All right, shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. We also want to give double honors to our apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessing, and many salutations unto you elect across the four winds of this earth, fulfilling your lots in all truth and all sincerity. All right, and those names that were just called on in the beginning of this class session here are the names Yahweh, firstly, which is the name of the Heavenly Father. You might know him as God, Yahweh, Jehovah, and such. But his name and how it's pronounced, how it was given unto our forefather Moses, when you read it in Exodus 3, is Yahweh, which is interpreted, he exists, and that's how it's spoken in the Holy Tongue. Bahashem, in the name, Yahweh Shai is the name of the beloved, only begotten Son, who the world calls Jesus Christ. Peter, James, John, the rest of the disciples and such, and the disciples that came after, called him Yahweh Shai because that is the name he was given at birth. All right. And as we've been brought back into remembrance, that name is being reestablished on the face of this earth. So within this class session here, we're going to touch up on a little bit of history. And this is going to tie into the Roman Empire. We're going to touch a little bit on Daniel 7, the fourth beast. And what I really want to expound on is particularly in Revelation, the first chapter, going into the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai as he's prophesied to come in the last days, who would be in power, what they would be doing, all right, and what's going to take place to bring him to there. So when you read Revelation 1, it's going into his grand appearance, and it goes into it in detail in this vision that the Apostle John, the Revelator, had seen. So we're going to touch up on that, and hopefully this is edifying.
Start at point 7.
Yeah, we can go straight to the point.
Okay. Revelation chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him.
Every eye shall see him. Those clouds are talking about the chariots. The world calls them UFOs. They now changed the name of them to what's called UAPs, meaning unidentified aerial phenomenon. But we know those to be the chariots of the Lord. And when Yahweh Shai comes back with the holy host, that's what's going to take place. The scriptures calls them clouds, but it's going to look like a giant invasion to take place. There's also other precepts to tie in on that too. Go ahead.
God. And they also which pierced him.
Can you read that again, Baba Kishore?
Revelation 1 and 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him.
Now it says they also which pierced him. Can somebody pull up that account where the Roman soldier pierced Yahweh Shai, Baba Kishore? I think that's in Matthew 27 to 28.
Yeah, it's in Matthew 27.
Because you notice right here, this is going into Yahweh Shai coming back. And was he pierced? Absolutely. He was pierced. But when you read this in Revelation 1, it doesn't say only he that pierced him, but it says they that pierced him. Now, we believe through reincarnation, which is biblically sound, and that we say it often, that he is going to come back and visit the one that did pierce him. He's an Edomite at the end of the day. And we know and believe reincarnation, and we know a lot of those spirits are here today to be judged for certain things that they've done back then. But more so, it says they, which means more than one person, which is going into a system that's here today that's known for piercing. Him ultimately is Yahweh Shai, but we represent him right now, even the whole nation of Israel. Okay, and we can actually keep on deck Genesis 3 as well. Go into that prophecy pertaining to the judgment of the serpent and the seed of the woman. Okay, but it says, and they also which pierced him. Now, do you have that precept, Tosh?
Yeah, I think that particular account is in here it is. It's in the book of John.
Okay,
This is the book of John, chapter 19, and I'm gonna just get straight to the point. Verse 20. I start at verse 32. It says, "Then came the soldiers and brake the legs of the first and of the other which was crucified with him."
And these are going into the two criminals that was crucified with Yahweh Shai, the malefactors. And these are Roman soldiers that did this act of breaking the legs of these two men. You had one that repented right before he died, and you had one that was wicked, and Yahweh Shai was there amongst them. Go ahead.
Verse 33. It says, but when they came to Yahweh Shai and saw that he was dead already, they brake not his legs.
Right. Because you can read in other gospels going into when Yahweh Shai gave up the ghost, what took place, the earth shook, the temple veil was rent, bodies rose from the grave. It was a very miraculous event that took place when Yahushua gave up the ghost. All right, but it makes mention that they didn't break the legs of Yahushua like they broke the other two malefactors. All right, and the reason why is to fulfill prophecy. He fulfilled prophecy as being that Passover lamb. When you go into that Passover lamb, the legs couldn't be broke. You know, and that represented him ultimately through the Spirit. All right, so they didn't break Yahweh's legs, so there was something that was done to confirm that he was dead. Okay?
Yep. Verse 34, it says, but one of the soldiers with a spear pierced his side. Let me read it again. But one of the soldiers with a spear pierced his side, and forthwith came there out blood and water.
And you see how it's specified. One of the soldiers pierced his side. Water came out, blood came out, which is a whole spiritual lesson, a topic within itself. You know, tying into, it's a lot of things. It's very beautiful when you look at it. But ultimately wanted this to be brought out so it ain't just confusion going into Revelation 1 we just read. It says they that pierced him. Yep. You know, but this was a Roman soldier that pierced Yahushua. Okay? And when you go into this time period, and that's why whoever got Daniel 7, we can segue into that. But this is going into a time period that was spoken of through prophecy where this kingdom, this wicked, vile kingdom was going to have their imprint or their stamp on the planet Earth. All right? And you can actually read it, and we'll get it in Daniel 7, going into the fashion that these individuals or this nation was going to rule in. Okay? And we know and believe that to be Rome. All right? And Rome is also tied to Esau, Edom. Okay? Go ahead.
That was it on there.
Okay. Anybody got that Daniel 7?
I got it.
Okay.
Got a quick precept for you?
Baba Kashor.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Psalm chapter 22, verse 16. For dogs have compassed me. The assembly of the wicked have enclosed me. They pierced my hands and my feet.
Wow. Beautiful. Because that's exactly what took place with Yahushua. His hands was pierced and his feet. But who else wants to, like when you look at Esau, Edom, especially when you read it in Revelation, the 13th chapter, what did they plan on doing? Piercing your hand. The same exact thing. So what we're doing in this lesson here, we're painting out, going into how this is tying into the whole Esau, Edom, Roman system that's been established. Because that's what we're about to pull up in what? Daniel 7. It's going into how this kingdom was going to rule, and they was going to have an extended time where they was going to rule. And that time was going to go, not lead, I'm sorry, it was going to go all the way to the end of time. Right. Okay? 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, for what does it say? Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So Esau was going to have his time where he was going to rule all the way to the end. And as he had his time to rule all the way in his end, there's a stigma that's put on him. Okay? And we're breaking this down through the scriptures. Okay? Was that it on that, y'all?
Yeah, that was down there.
That was a beautiful precept.
It said, when he said the assembly of the wicked enclosed upon him, who's the wicked? We know that's Esau. Mm-hmm. Paul said the mystery of iniquity does already work. That's right. You know, so it's talking about, well, obviously Jake, wicked 2/3 there as well, but he was also the assembly of Esau as well.
That's right. That's right, because that ultimately, that decree that was passed when Yahushua was crucified, you know, the so-called Jews, all right, you know, no, I want the actual Jews, I'm sorry, the circumcision is what I meant to say. Forgive me. The circumcision, they out there, they wanted to crucify Yahushua, but it was those Romans that had the influence of passing out that law for him to be crucified. Remember, they had to go to Pontius Pilate, when you read it in Matthew, the 27th chapter, in order for that to happen. So you had those Roman soldiers that was out there, and you had those wicked niggas that was out there too. All right, and they all wanted them crucified, but the Romans was very hands-on on doing that. They were the ones that beat him. They were the ones that put the crown of thorns on his head. They did all that, you know. Even mocked them, along with those niggas that was out there, you know.
Yeah, because if I may add, crucifixion, you know, it wasn't an Israelite custom. Right. You know, crucifixion was specifically a Roman death penalty, letting you know that when the wicked scribes and Pharisees, you know, asked, you know, they pretty much condemned Yahushua to crucifixion. Mm-hmm. You know, first and foremost, at first Pilate was like, man, look, you know, well, deal with him according to your law. Like, deal with him according to your law, statutes, and commandments, and your customs. And they was like, nah, man, we want to crucify him. Letting you know, like when Yahushua said back in John 8, yeah, you follow the devil. Here it is, you had to go to, you doing it in a sense of the Romans, a Roman custom. Not even of our customs. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know, just want to land back on the point.
That's right. And it had to be done to paint a larger narrative that was to take place. He had to be stabbed. The temple veil had to be rent. He had to die a shameful death. You know, even in Leviticus, it goes into the law, going into curse be any man that hangeth on the tree. You know, so all of our sins, all of our shortcomings had to be right there alongside with him. In the same time, the Lord used Edomites to actually do that so they could fulfill their role in who they are, being what? The son of perdition, the son of destruction. Because it was Israelites that wanted Yahushua dead, but who was the ones that actually put him on that cross? Edom.
Romans,
you know, those Romans.
That's why he said in Revelation 1:7. I don't know if it came out.
Yeah, that was the first priest. Hey,
yeah.
Please.
I'm just quoting it, but yeah, just to add to your point.
That's right, and that's what this whole class is going into, right there.
Who was this that coming from Edom?
Yeah.
Them
niggas getting it first.
Yeah, matter of fact, let's bring that out real quick in Isaiah 63.
God,
and then we can pull up that Daniel 7.
This is Isaiah 63, verse 1. It says, "Who is this that cometh from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra? This is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength."
Yahushua coming back with fiery vengeance. A direct precept to what we just read and what the elder just quoted in Revelation 1. You know, that's going into Yahushua coming with clouds and coming to him that pierced him. This is a very detailed prophecy going into that account. You know, and we hope to see that too and be here when that takes place. By the way, these prophecies are looking, it's a very strong chance that we're going to be here when this does come to pass.
Go ahead. I'm taking it as personal.
That's right. That's right. It's personal. He's going to come back in his glory to visit these niggas. That's a personal vendetta right there.
Yeah, I was saying, when you think about it, I was saying you got the Edomites version of doing too much and Jake version of doing too much, all at the same thing. One of the main things that Jake got to pay for, 2/3 wise, is giving up Yahushua to be killed.
Right. That's right.
You see, they voted on crucify. You know, they had an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? To not do that.
That's right.
And you see what they chose.
That's right.
But that was prophecy.
That's right. Well, I was going to say, Real, that's a beautiful point because, you know, as we were talking about Pontius Pilate, and, you know, when you read that, even when you watch the movie The Passion of the Christ, it somewhat paints a narrative that he was somewhat of a good, reasonable guy. But when you look up history on that nigga, that was a piece of shit. Pontius Pilate was a whole ass nigga.
He earned his position.
Yeah. That's right.
He had to work his way up to be what he was.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah, you had something to say. You was gonna say 2 times.
Yeah, well, just laying back on what Yatazak said, just in the sense of that's why they said specifically. He said, "Let his blood be upon us and our children."
That's right.
Now, when it comes to that blood, right? The Lord's blood covers the elect. It don't cover them.
That's right.
Exactly.
You see
right.
the importance of that blood and how Jake messed over it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Let his blood. They wanted blood as far as murder.
Malicious.
Right.
Yeah.
That's right.
You see, when his blood was shed, it was shed for the elect. You know.
That's right. Beautiful points.
Yep.
Kind. So yeah.
Want to finish that verse?
Yeah, let's finish it.
I'll read it again. Just finish it through. Excuse me. Isaiah 63 verse 1. "Who is this that comes from Edom, with dyed garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save." We going to the red and thine apparel part?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Verse 2
That's
it
cool.
says, "Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat? I have trodden the winepress alone, and of the people there was none with me. For I will tread them in mine anger, and trample them in my fury."
And right here expresses the brutal coming of Yahushua. All right, it's not gonna be him riding down on a unicorn or My Little Pony, coming down handing out sunflower seeds and dandelions. All right, now you know we all know that, but coming up in the churches, as most of us came up, and even some of you newer listeners, a lot of y'all are newer. And you might still have it set in your mind, not knowing exactly how he's going to come, but he's going to come with fiery fury. There was a video I watched earlier of this chick. She looked like a heathen. You know, it might have been of the Northern Kingdom, but she had her head wrapped and everything. But she was talking about how she seen a vision of the Messiah coming. said he had a short little fro, and he looked like he meant business. You know, and he means business because he's going to come and slay utterly. Ezekiel 9:4 goes into grave detail on that. But in this lesson, touching up on how he's going to literally subdue Esau, Edom. Babylon, he's going to come and fulfill that prophecy that was given in Genesis 3, going into the head of the serpent being actual. Really, technically, that was already done, but he's going to eradicate it pretty much, you know. But let's go and pull that up in Daniel. That was pretty much the point of Isaiah 63.
Yep. So I shall now meet thee as a man in Isaiah 47.
That's right.
The daughter of Babylon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, beautiful. And the greatness of his apparel. What does that mean? The greatness of his strength. That's his supreme glory, his deity that's going to be revealed. When the scriptures goes into the visitation of the Lord, this is what it's talking about. Look that word visitation up when you get a chance. It's dope when you look it up. Because it shows like the essence, the Lord is, the essence, you know, the power he's going to come in. You know?
Yep. Also that word majesty. You know, how majestic the return of Yahushua is going to be. Like, we can't even really put it in words or fathom what we're going to actually see with him, but we know it's going to be out of this dimensions.
Right. It's going to be power that we can't even fathom. It's going to be so much that every knee shall bow.
Yeah. Just like in Egypt, man. Right. Like the Passover, man.
A new body. He gonna be in a new body.
Come on, bro.
You didn't have that blood on the doorpost.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? In Egypt, that's the spirit of Yahushua coming in. That dreadful like power. You fear him.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
He was also that cloud to guide us out from the Egyptian army too.
That's
you know?
right.
But it's in a heightened level and this time, of course.
He's gonna be in Alashaja mode when he come back.
He got that vendetta like y'all was going into.
That's right. Who got that Daniel 7? Yaquab, you got it, right?
Yaquab had it.
Going to start at verse 7?
Con. Baba Kashaw, if you can sit closer, bro, that way the camera can catch you.
Bring it out.
Let's start at verse 7. Now, for the listeners that's listening, when you read the book of Daniel, the 7th chapter, it is a vision that Daniel received going into key empires that was going to have their time to rule on the planet Earth. And when you read the Bible, really starting from the time of the prophets all the way into the time that we're in, these 4 kingdoms were going to have their role on what was taking place on the planet Earth. So Daniel 7 is a very important prophecy to go into, especially if you want to have understanding on the times, what happened and what's to come. Okay? Now it mentions 4 beasts. The first beast was mentioned as a lion with wings going into what's called the Neo-Babylonian Empire. Okay? You had the Assyrians that had their time, and then Babylon that took over. Then right after that, you had the Persians and the Medes, so-called theologian scholars, or just what it's called is the Medo-Persian Empire. Then you have the Grecian Empire, and that's a very key time in prophecy. Especially we're grateful to really have that documented too, because Esau tried to hide that history. But that goes into Esau really first coming in power, who he is.
Yep.
You can find that in the... Go ahead, Yadaka.
Hellenist too.
That's
aspect of the doctrine it has to be understood.
That's right.
Knowing the Maccabean history and all of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, when you thoroughly understand that third beast, you'll understand more parts of the New Testament, where a lot of confusion can be brought up at going into the Greeks, the Gentiles, and such.
That's a lot of confusion right there.
That's right. But when you understand that history, a lot more of it makes sense. Like how you said, Jaquan, how the whole world became Hellenized or followed that Greek way. You know, and that's important history that Esau deliberately took out to give off this illusion that everybody can make it. And then you have what we're getting ready to go into is the 4th beast.
Absolutely.
Okay? The Roman Empire. But wanted to give that brief abridgment just for those that are newer, that are listening. Take some time, read it for yourself, look up videos on it, receive edification. Okay?
No, it's not.
It's all good, but it's probably going to pop up here. I got my notifications off there, so we good. Go ahead, Yaquab.
This is Daniel 7:7. It says, "After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a 4th beast, dreadful and terrible."
Right, so we went into the first 3 beasts, and now it's going into a 4th beast that's dreadful and terrible. Go ahead.
"And strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it."
This is going into the Roman Empire. Very strong military might. All right, they incorporated fighting with steel and iron on a whole nother level. You know, the iron teeth, that's meant to break and tear down. Okay? Go ahead.
And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns.
Yeah, and if you even look up a picture of a Roman soldier, you know, they're known, the Greeks and the Romans were known for heavily using that spear. You know, heavily using that spear. You know, all armies did it, of course, but when it comes to the Greeks and the Romans, they mastered that. Excuse my French, but they mastered that motherfucker. Yep. That piercing instrument.
Two-ball cane on steroids.
That's right. Two-ball cane on steroids. That's right.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was called a phalanx or like a long.
Yeah, phalanx.
Phalanx.
A phalanx.
Yeah, like the specifically those spears that the Grecian army used, that Alexander the Greek used, you know, to take over a lot of those. You know, during the Medo-Persian Empire, you know, he took over the Medo-Persian Empire. I think that was like the invention, if you will, like that extra long spear.
Heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy, man. Hey, beautiful points being brought. That's why I did this lesson a few months ago, you know what I'm saying? But you know when brothers come together, man, it'll be some dope fire points that come out. You know, it's an interesting topic to go into. You know?
May I add on to make a quick
Go
point
ahead,
on that?
please.
Even when it says that the part that it says that it was diverse from all the rest is the fact that, you know, when the Romans came into power, they didn't necessarily have a monarch, whereas the kings
exactly.
ruled in succession underneath them. You know, they had when you read in First Maccabees, the 8th chapter, it goes into the Senate house being pretty much the Senate being established.
Yeah, voted their leaders in the power.
Yeah, the plebeians and the patricians, the two parties, and they would elect an official each, which was different from all the rest of the empires, which proves that we in the Roman Empire all over again today. Right. You know what I mean? Just want to add that part about the diversity.
Beautiful stuff, bro. Because literally, when you look at how the Romans ruled and how they did things, it was completely different. And it was meant to last longer than anything else. You know, you can actually go into, we're not going to get it, but there's been a breakdowns lesson. 2nd Ezra 11 goes to this whole period of time. Was called Daniel 7 and 7. What we're reading, what is known in history as a time period that's called Pax Romana. The word Pax is Latin for peace, for peace of Rome. And it lasted about 187 odd years and such, and was really firmly established by a treaty that was made that was called the Second Triumvirate. You know, and you know, you got the first triumvirate, but the second triumvirate, you know, was really when they heavily pushed their influence. Yep. You know, and really started being on top of their game. Because Rome had their time even well before this. You know, but when they actually established Pax Romana, this is when they actually took the earth. Yeah, Daniel 7. You know,
Augustus Caesar was a part of that for the long part, because he was in power like 40-something years.
Yeah, he was the head of the second triumvirate. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Now I was just adding to the point. You know, like during his reign, like that was in the height of like Pax Romana.
That's right.
Course, you know.
That's right. Technically, I mean, we could say Julius Caesar because he is the first technical Caesar, but Augustus Caesar is like the most influential Caesar.
He took the ball and like ran.
Exactly. Exactly. That's where that 180-something odd year reign of peace, so-called peace, was established through his influence. Yeah. You know.
That was Caesar's. That was Julius Caesar's
nephew.
Yep. Yeah. You know, and he's also known as Octavian.
Yep.
Octavian.
Oh, I guess it made.
Hey man, so like, hey man, I just want to say 2 quick things, man. Hey man, like, see, this is deep information. Y'all brothers going in deep. You know, y'all edifying. Like, I don't know if y'all recording this or whatever, but this is edifying. Like, if I was a new dude just coming in, you know, man, I would learn. Like I'm saying, if I was just like a new brother just now learning about this truth, and I came to this class, I'd be blown away. I'd be like, damn, this is over my head. Like if I was a new guy just coming in. See, we teach, and Great Millstone, it's about teaching and being, this is meat. This is a motherfucking steak dinner right here. You know, what y'all going into. You know what I mean? This is steak that's out here on the table right now. So like, yo, man, if I was a new dude just learning, I'd be like, yo. Like if I had never heard about Israel and I was just learning, and I was here right now with y'all, if I was me, new, like I'd be all fucked up. Just learning.
That's how we were when y'all taught it to us through the Spirit.
Straight up.
Blown away, like, you know?
Straight up. That's right.
It's mind blown. Hearing the scriptures and it's like going into history, seeing it, you're like, oh shit, that happened.
Yo, but it's beautiful, man. That's why, like, yo, you brothers are continuing the tradition. You know? Y'all continuing the tradition, which is what y'all was supposed to do. You know, you brothers are the Lord and blessed all of y'all to come up on a level.
Call for y'all.
The way y'all teaching now, and y'all doing your thing, and y'all, the brothers around y'all, because everybody here are officers, top officers, man, and you know, hey brother, you know, we don't always say it all the time, but you know, I'll say it, you know, we're proud of you brothers. You know what I mean?
Con.
I'll speak. You know what I mean? I'll speak for myself, but I know other apostles and bishops and the top elders feel the same way, man. Because, like, I know I'm out here, and every time I report back up top, you know, I let it be known. You know what I mean? I let it be known. Hey, man, nah, these brothers, they, you know, the top brothers, they on a level. They, you know, because this is a beautiful class. Y'all going in. This is like I said, bro. You teaching Shaw, and you going in, and this is like reminiscent of like 30-something years ago when we was in One West. How Apostle Tahar used to teach. I was really learning shit. You know, because you know I told you when I first came in, I was in this other dude camp out in Brooklyn, Yashaman and them dudes, but that dude wasn't really. And he was a so-called bad teacher. That dude was like, y'all seen old videos of him. You know, the dark-skinned dude, the Judah cat, Yashawan.
100 precepts.
Sons of Thunder camp. Hold that, you hold that. He was cool, he was a bad, but he got caught up to the money. He was a nigga at the end of the day. But in the beginning, he came up under Apostle Tahar too. Real talk. That's why he was so good with the scriptures. But his spirit wasn't really right deep inside. You know, he got corrupted. You know what I mean? So it was like, I was coming up under him. It was like his thing, as long as you show up at the camp. And, you know, I was a reader. I used to read. You know, that's back, you know, when I was young. And, you know, like now, like my vision is failing me too. So, like, even when I do my videos at home, I have to have glasses to read. You know, but back then, I was like one of the top readers. I could read my ass off back then. You know, that's how I came up in the ranks as a reader. You know, man, and like the Elder Ariella said last night when he cursed out the camp on that. I'm with it. I'm totally. I felt him what the Elder Ariella said last night because I know I could relate to that. Because back in the days when me and the other brothers, Apostle Gabar is another. The Apostle Gabar, we were readers, man. And back then, we was reading for the top men. We were reading for Apostle Tahar, King Mashah, High Priest Ariyah, High Priest Shah, Yeshaya, Lahab. Man, you had to read back then or you got embarrassed. You would have got embarrassed. I'm telling you the fucking truth. Apostle Tahar would have embarrassed you, man. Or any of the other them top men back then. You were reading like a faggot. Look, give me another reader. That would have happened to you. Back when I was coming up in One West, you had to read, bro. We used to read. Oh, the Lord. Like you had to, it was like putting on a Shakespearean act. And you had to kind of read and you had to project your shit out. And you had to read with power. And the Lord said, death. Like you had to really read. Your voice had to project. For real, man. Yeah. Like you reading, let's say, Leviticus 20 and 13. If a man also lie with mankind as he lieth with a woman, both of them. Read that again, brother. Both of them. Right. You know? Yeah. You have to push it out like that. You have to push it out like that. From the gut.
Yep, diaphragm, yep.
Oh no, they shall surely be put to death. That's right. Yeah. That's right. That's how we read. That's how we came up. So when the Spirit got on the Elder Ariella last night to curse the camp out about that, y'all better take heed. Y'all better take heed. Because that was the Spirit of the Lord that was on Ariella last night. I saw it. That's why I didn't say shit. Because I didn't have to say shit. Ariella said it. Spirit of the Lord, he's man, what the fuck wrong with y'all, man? You know? That was the spirit of man, let me remove my hat. That was the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai that was on him totally. And when he said it, I was like, wow, hey, he's right. Because, that's how it was back in the days. That's how you read. Because if you was reading like a faggot, you get the fuck out of here. Apostle Tahar, I've seen him do it. I've seen the high priest Ariad do it. I've seen the other high priest Shia do it. I was there. I witnessed this shit. I'm here from the old school. Like, hey, brother, the Spirit of the Lord, I'm just telling y'all facts. The Spirit of the Lord got me out here in the West as a piece of the past to be here in the future with y'all. You know what I mean? To kind of fill in certain blanks for y'all, man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm actually here with y'all. I'm here. And I'm from the old order, man. You know? I'm from the old order, bro. I'm from the old order. But I'm here in the new order with y'all. To give y'all, you know what I mean? But hey, bro, I'm here with y'all as an elder, brother, whatever, but I consider myself, I'm from the old order, man. You know what I mean? I came up back then, 30-something years ago, when I was a young dude. And I was blessed to come up under those men. And even at the time, I couldn't understand what was happening while it was happening. And I didn't understand that every fucking day of my life back then was just disseminating information. That's all I was doing back then. That's all the fuck I was doing. I was just listening. I was just like a wet sponge just soaping up water. Or like I was just, everybody I talked to, I was just like this, just disseminating information. Observing, watching. And then the Most High had me in situations and me, Apostle Tahar in the bar. This, bro, amen, the Most High, my journey has been a fucking awesome fucking journey. You know what I mean? For real, bro. Up until this very fucking point right now with y'all, my fucking life has really been worth something. You know? Satan tried to fuck with us and downplay in your spirit, like, you know, that's why Ephesians 6 is powerful. Ephesians 6th chapter. Satan tried to fuck with us, man, and all I could do is use my experiences to try to uplift y'all. You know? When I sit back and think, yo, man, bro, I've had an amazing fucking life. You know? From fucking 17 to 50 years old. Like, if I die right now, I got nothing to complain about.
That's what's up.
I've had an amazing fucking life. Like the Lord has blessed me. The Most High has been with me. And I know the Lord has been with me. All the crazy travels I've taken and the crazy adventures and the crazy shit, you know, that I've been involved in and crazy, you know, I shouldn't be here right now talking to y'all. I should be locked up somewhere or in the spirit world. But the Most High was with me, man. The Lord has been with me, man. Even in prison. You know what I mean? I got locked up in jail. And I told y'all the story. The angels came down there.
Yeah.
And I knew the angels came up in there. I knew it was angels. Okay? I felt the angel come down in the cell.
Yeah.
And I felt it. And the damn cops felt. They got nervous because I was sending up prayers and curses. Then I got down and started doing push-ups. And I was doing dips and shit. In the cell, I'm doing dips. You know, the little bed thing. I started doing that's back, you know, we were young. We was always into working out and fighting and shit. We were always into that, Mike. We was martial arts, boxing, fighting. You know, we were a warrior culture. So I was like 19 at this point. That's when I first joined the Apostle Tahar's camp. And I was on my way to the camp. I had on military fatigues, combat, steel-toe and I had all kind of weapons on me, man. I didn't have a gun. I had a baton. I had a Rambo knife. I had a butterfly knife. And, you know, it was the hop, you know, which King Marshall told us to stop doing that shit. But, you know, Jake is hard-headed. You know, New York City. You know, we go to hop in the turnstile. Like, Like you had to pay the fare to get on, but we fuck that. You hop, like trying to whatever. Sometimes we did it because we didn't have no money.
So like I wasn't trying to cut you off, but the brother he was trying to record a lesson to go up. I mean, if we need to stop.
No, don't stop. Don't stop. I'm just putting this. I want this to be a part of the lesson.
I ain't trying to get you out the spirit.
No, but I want this to be a part of the lesson.
Kind. Salaki.
I want this to be a part of it. This is edification.
Kind.
So, brother, because we're in the point now, me and Elder Yachimon was like Elder Ariana, culture. This is beautiful. We doing the lesson, but this is you brothers got to roll in the spirit, man. This is a part of it. The Lord wants y'all to get this. This is what Ariala is talking about. The Elder Ariala culture. You see, because it's beautiful the lesson, but this is a major part of it. Because brothers can learn. See, this is the problem. You can learn stuff and disseminate information, but you got to get it all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Remember Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, during the Passover, he said, drink ye all of it. Right? You got to drink all of it. Because, case in point, right? Y'all know, we got like Element, the artist formerly known as Amashaba Allah, right? He had all the information. We were talking about him too. He had all the information. He was deep, but he didn't have all of it. The brotherhood part, the how to deal with this. Excuse me, Spider-Man. Remember, with great power comes great responsibility. This knowledge that y'all receiving, what you going into, this is great power. But y'all got to get all of it. Y'all got to get the how to deal with this power.
Experience, like y'all's experience.
Exactly, and that's the reason why the Spirit always have me go into this little history. It's a part of the culture, like Ariala keep talking about. You dig?
Absolutely.
It's a part of it, man. And that's why the Lord got me here. Y'all getting the knowledge, because y'all know, hey man, through the grace of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, hey brother, and I'm Barakatah Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Hey, the Lord put the Spirit on us to teach you brothers right, and I see it for myself. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got it. Y'all know what to do. Y'all on the level. Y'all on the fucking level. You dudes are on the fucking level, man. Y'all on the fucking level. Like, as far as the scriptures, what more can we fucking teach y'all that we haven't already told you? The only other thing outside of the scriptures is just this little information, the culture part. I can't teach y'all none of y'all the scriptures no more. I can't tell y'all nothing, man. As far as what more that you shouldn't already fucking know. You brothers on the level. Y'all been around, man. You brothers y'all leaders now, man. y'all the leaders now, man. Y'all the new breed. Y'all the new guys. Us, our job is just to lead y'all and lead the nation and just continue to prophesy. At this point, the apostles and the other bishops and our job is just to prophesy. Y'all job is just to hold us down and then, really, we don't gotta, we don't gotta lead no more, man. You understand? We shouldn't have to be, that's your job, man. Y'all, California, all the top camp, you know what I mean? Y'all got to be making sure everything is in working order. That's it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Like real talk, I shouldn't have to be dealing with no issues in the camp. To be honest with you, I really don't want to. Y'all tell me about something, okay, cool, con. All right, bro, well, you handle that? You handle that? You out of cop? Okay, con. Beautiful.
That's the expectation that y'all set for us, man.
That's it.
That's right.
It's on y'all now, man. It's on y'all. So you understand y'all importance.
Yes, sir. Receive.
That's it, man.
Ain't the water. The water.
It's on y'all, man. It's on y'all. Hey, man, look, don't worry about when y'all don't see me here for a month or two. What the fuck? I come here to talk to y'all and rap and put this shit out, but if I'm not here, I'm not here. I'm with the brothers up there.
Right.
Doing the same thing. Hey, the wealth got to get spread around.
That's the spirit. Man, he been with you the whole time.
Yeah, good. Yeah. I was with Indianapolis. I had to be up there with them and put this shit on. I had to give them some of the juice, man. Salami, I'm sorry, brother. I had to give Indianapolis some of the juice. I had to give Chicago. I had to give Milwaukee some of the juice. You know?
Yeah. It's your name, is Spirit.
Yeah, I had to give what's that? Arkansas. Yo, before I got here, I had to give North Carolina. I had to give Atlanta.
Filter for the body.
Yeah, filter. Yeah, that's it. I had to do my work. Yeah. Mississippi. I had to spend my time with them. I had to, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey. Brothers from Cleveland was up there with y'all.
Yeah, the Cleveland brothers from Nebraska, man. That was a big thing. That was a big summit that we had up in Milwaukee, man. I wish y'all could have been there. The summit, that was a summit, man.
Yeah, I heard.
That Milwaukee thing was that was a summit. I don't even fucking remember how many brothers was there. That was a summit, brother. That was beautiful. Y'all would have loved it, man. Yeah. Oh, we was in so many. I can't, man. Had to be 150. I dare say 100 to 150.
Especially in Chicago, came.
Yeah, bro. Man, yeah. That was a summit. That was a GMS motherfucking summit in Milwaukee a month or so ago.
Damn.
That was a summit.
That's what's up.
And brother, it turned into a curse out. No, it started as a curse out.
Damn.
I got there, me and D-Man got there at 10 o'clock at night, and I forgot something happened that agitated me already. I went upstairs, man, and the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, it turned into a curse out. I was cursing them motherfuckers out till 6 in the morning. From 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night till 6 in the morning. I was just cursing everybody out. You know? I think that was the worst curse out ever that any of y'all got. You know what I mean? But it was all these different camps that was there. Ask them, we was up till 6 in the morning.
It's a whole shift. 6
in the fucking morning.
It's a whole shift, yeah.
Then afterwards, I felt bad. I said, man, I was cursing brothers out. It was 6 in the morning. Then afterwards, I had my drum right there. I pulled out the drum and started singing for them. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Balance.
Yeah, that's balance.
Yeah,
that's balance.
Yeah, man. I said, man. Yeah.
Like you
said. But there, Shaw.
God. Yeah, wait. You know, it's
what the Elder Ariella said. He was speaking in the spirit. So you officers, or everybody here that's top up, y'all get in that spirit, man.
God.
Elder Ariella was right, man. What the fuck, man? He was in the spirit. Brothers should be reading their ass off, man. Brothers should be reading their ass off, man. So come on. And I'm not y'all necessarily, but you know, everybody in this room, y'all all top ranking men. So if the Elder Ariella said that, don't just say, oh, Ariella was just on some shit last night. Nah, man.
Yeah, no.
You better goddamn fucking listen.
God.
Spirit of the Lord is working with the Elder Ariella. Y'all better fucking goddamn well listen. I know I felt the spirit, man. I felt it when he was, you know, when Ariella said what he had to say, that I was like, con, you know, because I agreed. You see that he was that veracity, you know.
That's important. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's what started the whole thing, you know. So y'all brothers, you camp leaders, you officers, y'all better get on these dudes. Why you fucking think we got it now where all them guys don't come here no more but once a month? You see? So when they do come amongst us, they're gonna appreciate this shit.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Right.
Yeah, man. So hey, man, you brothers, y'all, you officers, y'all better get on these guys. Tell them to read their ass off. Tell them to start singing like they the motherfucking Temptations. You know what I mean?
God. Hey, everything that he said up here pertaining to us, take it with y'all who's listening, man. You know? That's right. Take it with y'all who's listening, reading and all of that. That was here that's to everybody, including us. You know? So yeah, but you know, hey, beautiful stuff, Apostle. You know? But yeah, let's go back to Daniel 7 and let's leave off what we left. Just read what we read again and just let's just read that again.
Okay, come on. This is back in Daniel 7:7. It says, "After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast."
Right. So this fourth beast is the Roman Empire. For those of y'all that are coming in right now, we were touching up on the Roman Empire and how they have their influence even today through Esau, Edom.
No, we in the Roman Empire.
Right.
This is the Roman Empire. It's the last leg of the Roman Empire. We in it, man.
That's right.
Yeah, baby.
That's right.
As a kid, I'm pretty sure some of y'all can relate. I was learning, I remember in elementary school, and I actually, I don't know it now, I never forgot it, but they were teaching us Roman numerals.
That's right.
When I was in the 6th grade, they were the Roman numerals. They were teaching us. Yeah. They were teaching us this shit.
The Super Bowl, like those ads and commercials,
always still incorporated
in Roman numerals. The
Super
Bowl
Roman numerals.
Yeah,
that's right. Even the planets.
So when I first heard the truth, it all came together. I said, "Wow." Because I learned all this when I first came to this. I was like, yeah, man. Holy shit, this is the fucking Roman Empire.
1611 version Bible. It's all Roman numerals.
That's right.
Roman numerals.
When I first came to truth, I had to learn them all over again to read
and then remember, especially for me, when I moved from Florida and moved to New York, and when I got to New York City and I went down in Manhattan, and especially down there, like if you go down to what they call that? That's where the prison is. They call it central booking. Whether in Brooklyn and in Wall Street, it looks like you in ancient Rome. The pillars, the courthouses, it looks. I could take y'all, if we was in fucking New York City right now, if we was in New York right now, we all get in the car and drive. I'll bring y'all down to, what the fuck they call that shit, man? Oh my God, I can't remember the name of the shit. Central booking down there, but I remember the street. It's all like downtown Brooklyn. I could take you to Wall Street in Manhattan. You would think you was in ancient fucking Rome. Primarily the court buildings and all that, the pillars. You would literally think you expect motherfuckers with togas to be walking out with the reefs and all that shit. New York City. If you don't believe me, go to fucking New York City. Okay, go to Wall Street. Go downtown Brooklyn area. It looks like ancient Rome.
Rome, all over, yep.
Yes, literally. Looks like that proves that we are in Rome. And if you go to Washington, D.C. as well, you've been to D.C. Anybody been to D.C. yet? You been to D.C.? That looks like Rome.
The train station out there, that whole area, when you get off the train, it look like you in
Rome.
Look like you in Rome.
Look like you. And those are the main areas in America that really look like. I don't know if I've been all around America, but I know New York City and motherfucking DC, and you know what? Boston. Anybody been to Boston?
I haven't.
No, I never been.
When you go up to Boston kind of looks like Rome too. Downtown Boston, where the brothers are down and them speak. Some of them buildings, they got the Roman architect. Yeah, Boston, like the Northeast primarily, the East Coast.
Those colonies were established.
Yes. So this is Rome. We in Rome, and then you brought it out how the Senate really can, because the Senate can impeach a president.
Yep.
Right?
Absolutely, yep.
And the president is really Caesar. Like this motherfucking crypt keeper that we got in there right now, he's the Caesar.
With O's, yeah.
And this motherfucker Bill Clinton, he would have had that. I'm just speaking in the spirit. Bill Clinton, he got to be Julius Caesar in the reincarnation. Because he had like that love of the people, you know?
Right.
You know? Them sadistic motherfuckers had to be Nero. Like Donald Trump could have been Nero, man. You know?
Kind of.
You know them sadistic motherfuckers.
Tiberius, he was an asshole too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That could have been, what's his name? Giuliani could have been one of them Caesars too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I see that.
I think so.
Most definitely.
I agree with that too.
Yeah.
Claudius, one of them.
Yeah, Claudius is a whole ass nigga too.
Yeah.
He kicked us out of
And
Rome.
New York City is really
That's
Rome.
what it was.
And then people will say, well, Giuliani wasn't president, he was mayor. But you got to realize something. New York City is really the capital of America, realistically. So, like, New York City is Rome. That's Rome. It's heavy. That's Rome. That's Jerusalem. New York is a spiritual place.
Yeah, they had the World Trade Towers out
God.
there. Yeah, World Trade. Yeah.
New York City, hey, all the shit I talk, I'm glad to be out of there. Cause I had enough of it, but New York is, that's why, hey brother, remember, this past trip, I was compelled to go back up to New York. Hey, shalom, my brother. I was compelled to go back. Because New York City, even though I'm out here and I love being there, you know what, I would love to go back again because my spirit is always going to be connected to that place. Like, no matter where I go, if I move to Montana, I'm always going to have that bug in me to want to go back up and visit the Northeast. Because that's a spiritual place, brother.
Yeah.
That's why I found the keys of life. You understand? That's where the apostles are. That's where King Marshal, High Priest Ariah is still up there somewhere. So that's spiritual Jerusalem.
Absolutely. It's
You
a part of
understand?
us as well, because that's what we learned.
Y'all came.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all came up there.
Yeah.
Right? How many times y'all came up
I
there?
only went once, but man, it was an awesome experience. You really feel like that's a city. Like it's
You feel it, right?
Yeah.
Well, my brother Shaw, you got to go, right? This summer. He was up there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he got to experience it. He got to feel it. We had him driving. his first time in New York. And he did all right.
I was driving up there too. I was doing.
Yeah, you were driving too. Yeah, we were driving. We had him driving, right?
You really got to know how to drive and pay attention.
You do.
Up there.
Especially in Harlem.
Hey, but you was digging it though, right? You like it was crazy, but you was like, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It wakens up something like, it's that sense of urgency.
Yeah.
You gotta always be sharp up there,
Then we were driving back, we were leaving camp,
Yep.
you see the parties in
I
the
know
park.
exactly what
it
you're
was
talking
kind of
about.
happening, right? You were like,
Yeah,
this shit kind of pop.
Somebody hit a U-turn right there, and I'm like, God damn! Look, right when I looked up my GPS, I looked up somebody hit in front of me. I'm like, oh shit!
I remember we was driving one time, somebody damn near cursed us out on the road. It was like, what the fuck y'all doing, nigga? It was like, damn, this was aggressive as hell.
But this is wrong. That's wrong. It's, you going into it. This is ancient Rome and the reincarnation. Remember, the scriptures talked about that. That's what y'all going into. So this has to be brought out because everything is reincarnated. People are reincarnated. Animals, trees, the earth, even kingdoms are reincarnated.
That's right.
But this motherfucker right here, this is Rome, Greece, Babylon the Great, Egypt, Persian and the Mede Empire, Syrian,
Nineveh,
Sodom and Gomorrah, and those five. This is all this shit wrapped into one. Why y'all think we suffering, man? We suffering, brother. Our bodies, these infirmities, these demons are fucking with us because we got all the demons in hell around us. Yo, man, we going through it, bro. That's why with the Yahweh Shai is the only way out. Yahweh Shai is the only way out, man, bro. We suffering, bro.
Straight up.
Brothers, I know y'all suffering too.
Yeah.
I know y'all suffering, man. Come on, man. We got to talk about this shit. I know y'all suffering, man. Bro, because I'm going through it. Elders and apostles up top are going through it, man. Them demons is like a constant. There have been points where, bro, I mean, I've been through this before. I've been dealing with this. I know what it's about. So I'm fit for the battle. But like with Satan, it's like a headache that won't go away. Like a migraine headache that won't go away. You ever had a migraine?
Yep.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, in the Yahweh Shai, Satan leave for a season. But now, this motherfucker's here all the time.
Yeah. Yep.
All the time, trying to wear you down.
Man.
Constantly trying to wear you down. Constantly trying to destroy your spirit. Ephesians, the 6th chapter. That's why I quoted that. That's why we got to, hey, man, if I could just jump off subject just for a minute. Can somebody, Yadaka, can you give me Psalms 54?
Okay.
I told y'all about them Psalms, man. Get Psalms 54, Babakul Shah, and just read it. Psalms, the 54th chapter. You got to read them Psalms, man. Them Psalms are powerful prayers. King David, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah was dealing with him. King David was a prophet, warrior, king. So you brothers got to get into them Psalms, man. When despair comes, look to them Psalms. And then you go into the Gospels, St. John, Matthew's. But as far as, man, the Old Testament carries a lot of the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Remember what Yahweh Shai said, lo, I come in the volume of the book, it is written of me. Okay? Them Psalms will build you up and, you know, you got that?
I got it right here, yep. This is
Be that
Psalms.
strong and loud, man.
Kind. This is Psalms 54:1. It says, "Save me, O power, by thy name, and judge me by thy strength. Hear my prayer."
Stop and read that again.
Kind. It says, "Save
Read it
me,
a little louder.
save me, O Yahweh, by thy name, and judge me by thy
Hey,
strength."
Yahweh shine there.
It says, "Save me, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, by thy name, and judge me by thy strength. Hear my prayer, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua."
I want you to break it down as you reading it, Yadakah.
Okay.
Baba shot.
So it says, basically, just search me.
Con.
Just like Job says, wait, let my integrity be weighed in the balance. He knows our spirit more than us, so he's basically saying, like, just judge my strength. It says, and hear my prayer, of course, because you want the Lord to hear our prayer. That's the whole point of having faith and praying. We have hope that the Lord is going to hear our prayer. So, it says, give ear to the words of my mouth. So we don't want our prayer to be in vain. That's what he's basically saying.
Man.
Just finish it out. It's short verse.
Yeah, it's a little short. That's why I call for it. Yeah.
It says.
But I want you to break it down. Pull all the meat off the bone.
Yeah, that was it in verse 2. It says, hear my prayer, O Yahweh, give ear to the words of my mouth. So he want the Lord to incline his ear to his prayer.
Yes, sir.
You know, obviously he in this point it may be that his back he feels totally against the wall.
And that's where we at.
Right.
That's where we at right now. I mean, I can speak for myself. I know that's where I'm at, bro. And other top elders and men, I'm like, man, bro, I'll back. It's like, you don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna be alive from day to day. And I'm to a point I really don't give a fuck. I really don't care. Like, I'm past the point of caring. Like, you understand? Like, I do care, but then I don't. I'm so sick. I'm just so sick and fucking tired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. I'm tired. I'm tired of, like, every day you wake up like, yo, maybe you might get a week of reprieve when you feeling good and you feeling okay. You work out, you exercise, you go to the gym, you try to eat healthy, right? You try to do all the so-called right things they tell you to do on this earth, right? You try to do all that, but then you still feel like shit. And it's like each day, like, yo, when you go late, you know, when you get home to your crib, you know, it's like, yo, like, you know, you get comfortable and shit, you lay in your bed, and it's like, okay, bro, every night it's like, okay, when I'm laying in my bed, I'm looking at TV, I'm like, okay, hey, Lord, you know, I don't know, well, I might wake up in the spirit world.
Sometimes I know, yeah.
That's my thoughts every night. Bro, and when I finally drift off or pass out to sleep, every fucking morning, like when I'm sitting there, I'm in my bed or wherever, and my eyes open like that, and I see that sunlight coming through my window, and then I turn my head and look. First thing I see in my bedroom is I see my TV, you know? I'm like, oh shit. I look at the ceiling, I look around my room, I'm like, oh shit, okay. Wow, I'm still here. I'm still in this body. You know? Those are my thoughts every morning. The first thing, before I even get up to take a piss or whatever, for Wada Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai for allowing me to wake up and see another day. Because every morning when I wake up, that's my thoughts, like, wow, I'm still alive. Because when I close my eyes thinking that my heart don't stop. And then a part of me is like, I don't give a fuck. A part of me is like, Lord, give me the release. Because this is like, remember the Apostle Paul said, this flesh is a demon. Because as long as we in this shit right here, this piece of shit right here, right, we're susceptible to all these demons, man. You know what I'm saying? And you get tired of this shit after a while. You get tired.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. For real, bro. Me and the Elder Yashwan was like, I can't even go to the fucking gym no more and even be happy about that. And it's like, but I want to go because I like to work out. I want to stay in shape. But you go in the fucking gym, right? You go in the gym and you got niggas, and it's always Jake. Big muscle-bound niggas with poom-poom shorts on and tank tops. A faggot.
Yeah.
Brother, I want to, like my impulse, like I want to come in hosted with my rig. You motherfucker, you. Doom. Like, that's what I wanted. Like, shoot him right in the midsection. You motherfucker, you. Doom. You know what I mean? I mean, I ain't gonna do that, but that's what, like, that's my impulse. A muscle nigga. You big muscle, Ronnie Coleman looking nigga. And I'm over there, I'm hitting it. Like the other day I was in there and I was working with this little white boy. He was a boxer too. We working in the bag. This nigga, and I could tell he was a sodomite. He was over there and he's looking over there at us. And I'm like, you fucking nigga. And then he walks over to the area where we are. And he big muscle leg. And I'm like, you motherfucker, you. I'm like, dude, you know what, man? Dude, like, you start looking around, it's like, I'll pick up one of these fucking barbells and I will crush your fucking skull open, man. That's the impulse that you have. I'm like, yo, you want to be squeezed? You can, but stay far away from me. Stay away, man. So it's like, and then when you go in the gym, I'm going in the gym and I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers got the, the jumpy. So, like, they be working out and that shit when they sweat. Yeah. So them toxins and all that shit.
Feel that shit. Oh, yeah.
Bro, I be coming back from the gym. Mike, I be feeling jacked up.
Every day going
and I'm not supposed to feel that way. Yeah, like if I'm going, like, bro, if I just got done jogging 4 miles in 53 minutes, I'm supposed to feel awesome.
Right.
But I'm coming back and I get home and I'm sitting in my apartment and all of a sudden, my respiratory shit is feeling, I'm just feeling like there's some shit that got inside of me from these people, man. So I don't want to be in the gym no more. That's why I told you the other day, I said, I'm going to start going to the trail every day. Fuck the gym. I might cancel my membership. I'd rather go to the trail and breathe the, you know what I mean?
You have space, yeah.
Yeah, bro, I don't want to be around them motherfuckers. And then the women are all butched out.
They're standing around.
No, they doing squats. Big, the 45. They doing, all the women are masculating. And then you got these big Ronnie Coleman niggas, they feminine. I don't want to be in there. Remember the Greeks, they were going back to the Romans and the Greeks. Going back, remember.
They're working out naked. That's where you get gym from.
Well, when you go in the Apocrypha, remember going into the Greeks, they set up places of workout, exercise, and they was in there butt naked.
Gym notes, yeah.
And also too, they set up the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
Them niggas were wrestling butt naked. They were rods dangling around on top of each other and shit, sword fighting. You know what I mean? That's wicked.
Want me to continue in Psalms 54?
Yes, please.
Okay. Psalms chapter 54.
Matter of fact, one about start from the top.
All right.
Buckle shot. Because that's, remember I quoted that earlier to you? This is a prayer that we need to send up. We need to send these up as prayer. These are prayers. And then we go back to Psalms 51. But go ahead, brother. Buckle shot.
Psalms chapter 54 and 1. Save me, O Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, by thy name, and judge me by thy strength.
Save me by thy name, Nate. We don't know the name. How we going to be saved? That was King David talking. He said, save me, O Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai, by thy name. Nate. We don't know the name of the Lord. So how we going to be saved? Go ahead, brother.
Right. Hear my prayer, O Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai. Give ear to the words of my mouth. For strangers are risen up against me.
You got it, one, bud. You break it down, man.
Strangers are risen up against me. And as we're in this modern day Rome, we see the World Economic Forum come with this climate shit. Now, that stems back to a program that's called the Club of Rome. Showing you that we're in Rome all over again. That whole agenda, which goes back to the Malthusian theory of, the earth is being heated up by natural resources. We got to do this, do that. That very plan that these demons all right, who ultimately are rising up against us, goes back to Rome. It goes back to a program called the Club of Rome, proving that we're in Rome all over again. Rome secretly runs this current world we're in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The idols, and it all goes back to what? The Greco-Roman Empire. We focus on Rome because Rome was the hub of the power. That's where they really dominated. It spread, and that sword got them, their power seat. The dragon gave, the beast power. But going back here,
like that movie Enter the Dragon. Yep. Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon. Hey, brother,
that's my favorite one.
Right.
Dream of Abdul-Jabbar.
Right.
No, that was Game of Death.
Oh, that was the other. Okay.
Right. It says, "And oppressors seek after my soul. They have not set the Most High before them."
Oh,
Say
oppressors seek after my soul. Who are the Esau, the elite?
Right.
Starting with the Illuminati. Oppressors seek after my soul. They're trying to destroy Israel. They want to get rid of us, man. You brothers realize the seriousness of the situation that you're in?
Yeah.
See, there's a lot of dudes that call themselves Israelites that don't realize the seriousness or the urgency of the situation that they're in. They out here playing games and fucking around, and they don't understand that, GMS is worse than Esau. Scoffing and shit. But guess what? Okay, let's say right now, tonight, all GMS members, all of us just disappeared or dropped dead. Every last one of us. After that, we're gone. We out the way. Okay, GMS is no longer a problem. So what you think Esau gonna do with you?
Right.
You scoffing niggas. You niggas that hate us so much.
What they gonna do?
Oh, no, Esau gonna leave y'all alone, right? He gonna allow y'all to prosper, right? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's the same thing. I hate to say it. I'm sorry. I just got to bring this up real quick before he finishes that. Not for nothing. I know y'all get tired of, like Kevin Samuels, right? Kevin Samuels up there every night going hard on the nigga woman, right? And they hated him. God damn it, I hate that, but I hate him. And then he dropped dead, just like that. One night he dropped dead, or whenever he dropped dead. Okay, and they rejoiced, right? Yeah, that nigga dead. See, God don't like ugly. Ha ha. But then he died. But then the next day, the next couple of days after his death, the next couple of weeks, guess what? All the motherfucking bitches that rejoiced, all of a sudden reality setting. Reality setting that, oh my God, you know what? Everything he was saying was true. And even though he dead and gone, it didn't change your situation. Right. See? You still a lonely, miserable, fucked up, nasty bitch. And nothing changed.
Damn.
You see? And then now that the nigga's dead, they... How come I can't get a man? You see? Because what the nigga was telling you was true. So it's the same thing with us, like on a higher level. All these wicked scoffers and evil niggas that hate us, if the Lord was just to kill all of them, we all just disappeared, we could go. And y'all niggas will rejoice, and of course they'll do video. See, I tell you them GMS niggas wasn't right. But after that, that's not going to change y'all situation, because the white man is still the devil. Right. Esau is still the devil. So that's why that part, oppressors seek after my soul. Bro, and then remember, you can't forget about the spiritual demon Satan. That motherfucker. Okay? But you know what? I'm not that angry at him because he's doing his job. Read the book of Job. He's doing his job. He made a bet with the Most High. I put the hell on Job. So we're in the lot of Job. So when we're catching this hell, we got to go back into these scriptures, man. Remember Yahweh Shai said the comforter. That's why that motherfucker up there, who I knew personally, who came up under me, Jermaine Grant. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Comfy.
That big chocodile looking nigga, he dropped dead because he committed blasphemy against the Holy Spirit. He was the God-sent comforter. Yeah, that's talking about Yahweh Shai, man. The scriptures. So when we catching hell, we got to go into the scriptures. And it's not even just talking about what we read, the New Testament, the Old Testament. Yahweh Shai said what? I come in the volume of the book. It is written of me. Okay? So you brothers got to understand this. When you go in Isaiah, it talks about Yahweh Shai right up in there, man. Right. Like, when you come on a level and you really understand these scriptures, bro, you brothers, you mean y'all get it? Y'all get it, man? I'm truly, hey, bro, I'm really, through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, I'm trying to fucking feed y'all, man. I'm trying to enlighten y'all. I'm trying to, like, through the spirit of Yahweh Shai, I'm trying to give y'all everything that's in my head. Everything that I came across 30-something years ago. And I'm trying to enlighten y'all. The same way that Apostle Tahar and Gabar enlightened me. Okay? You dig? Yo, bro, when I was a young dude, and especially when the Lord led me to Apostle Tahar and Gabar, at that point, that was the greatest time of my fucking life, ever. We were catching hell physically, but yo, spiritually, that was when I became a man. That was when I became who I am today. And I owe that to, of course, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, but Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, man, bro, they made me into the fucking man I am today. You understand? That's why my loyalty, hey man, Apostle Tahar, they got nothing to worry about as far as my loyalty, and they know that. I would never fucking turn against them. Never. You understand what I'm saying? Never. Fucking ever. Okay, that's the only family I know. Apostle Tahar Gabar and myself, man. We've been through hell and high water together. Bro. And the Lord was with us, man. The Lord delivered us, man. The Lord was always with us. And I saw how the Spirit of the Lord worked, how this thing works. My experiences, like I said one, but before you got here, that's why I brought it up. The Lord got me out here with you brothers, man. I'm here for a reason. I'm here to give y'all a glimpse into the past of how things work in Israel and how things, Ecclesiastes 1:9, the thing that has been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. There is no new thing under the sun. You understand? So Ecclesiastes 1:9, right? So basically, like the madness you see going on now in Israel, this is not new. The only difference is we're separated into different groups and shit. But back in One West, we had all these niggas together. That's why we can't be together. We can't, brother, like Nate told me I was having a meeting. Right? When I saw Nate man, we can't get back with the Apostle Tahar said it. And we can't imagine, brother. Imagine. Okay, I'm going to ask y'all. And how would y'all feel about that? The apostles, we come up and tell them, hey, look, brothers, we gonna hook up, we gonna get together with IUIC.
Yeah.
Imagine if we did that. How would y'all look at us?
Yeah, it'd be a bad look, just to...
Nah, look, brother, I don't care though, brother. Look, Yashawan Bob, we gonna hook up with Nate, GMS and IUIC are gonna merge. Right? And then imagine on top of that, and guess what? ISUPK gonna come in. We all just gonna come together.
Yeah, I tried that too recently.
Right?
3 minutes tops.
Yes.
Amos 3:3. Can two walk together except they be agreed?
That's right. We can't get with you guys. We can't get with you guys because you're not in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. That's why we ain't gonna get with them guys. But see, the problem was back then in One West in the 90s, we were all together. You had a bunch of niggas together with men of the Lord, and we were all up in that school together in One West, and you had brothers that were sincere, but you had a bunch of niggas. So that's why there was always friction. That's why there was always friction, man. That's why Yahshua Badi was always bringing us to counsel. Primarily Apostle Tahar, Gabar, and myself. They was always bringing us to counsel. We was always getting brought to counsel, man. And bro, check this out. We wasn't even doing nothing, man. We wasn't even fucking with them guys. We was just doing our own thing. Apostle Tahar had the oil tables, and me and Apostle Gabar, we was just with Apostle Tahar, man. Out there on the fucking oil tables just trying to hustle, literally just trying to survive. You understand what I'm saying, bro? We were just literally trying to make money so we could have some food for the night and survive. We wasn't even going to the school because it was so wicked, right? But then them niggas, they was up there, they're wicked. They rebels. They rebels, Mo and Ariyah. King Marshall was Ariyah. They rebels. Taha, Gabar, that Gadite. Back then, that's what they called me. That wild ass, that little young, we're talking about me. That little wild, rebellious, young Gadite motherfucker. He wicked. That was me. Right? And they said me and Apostle Gabar, we don't listen to nobody else but Apostle Tahar. But you want to know something? I'm going to tell y'all a secret. I can tell y'all now, that was fucking true. It was true. We didn't listen to nobody but Apostle Tahar. Because you other niggas, we didn't respect you, man. Okay? Hey, Wamba, I can say that now. 30-something years later, I can say it. But finish that up, brother.
It says, Psalm 54:4, Behold, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is my helper. The Lord is with them that uphold my soul.
See, men of righteous men. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is my helper. The Lord is with them that uphold my soul. Oh, man, when you go back to the Apocrypha, 2nd Ezra 8 and 50 on down, it says what? I reveal this unto thee and a few men like thee. Mm-hmm. So the elect, brothers that you perceive according to the scriptures, are righteous men. So the Lord is with them that uphold your soul. So the Lord is going to be with what you got to choose. So that this kind of backs up what I said. Yeah, me and the Apostle, we going to follow Apostle Tahar because we knew he was a righteous man. Go ahead, brother.
He shall reward evil unto mine enemies. Cut them off in thy truth.
See, that's Esau. We know that's going to happen. Esau going to get taken down.
That's right.
But then when you go down the ladder, all the 2/3 of Israel, all these wicked, evil niggas, I ain't even going to mention their name, but it's being recorded. The Sesame Street crew that's out here now. Oscar the Grouch, the Cookie Monster, Elmo, Big Bird. The usual, the Sesame Street crew is out here. Yo, wicked. Them dudes, the Lord gonna deal with them. The Lord gonna.
Right. I will freely sacrifice unto thee. I will praise thy name, O Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, for it is good.
They said the name again, right?
Right.
No, hold on, brother. We don't know the name.
Right.
We don't know Wamba. We don't know the name. According to Nate, we're not gonna know that to the kingdom. So how does that line up?
Yeah, right.
But go ahead, my brother.
Right. It says, for he have delivered me out of all trouble, and my eye have seen his desire upon my enemies.
Let me ask you brothers a question. All you brothers in this room, since y'all been in this truth, do y'all have testimonials to back up what that scripture he just read? The Lord delivering y'all out of all trouble.
Absolutely.
Every last brother in this room I'm talking about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excuse me, since you've been in this truth.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Mm-hmm. Y'all can all relate to that scripture, right? Now y'all understand why I wanted the elder to read that?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And his eye has seen upon him. The Lord's going to deal with all our enemies. All we got to do is pray, brother. That's why I push prayer. Push prayer. You got to pray. Pray all throughout the day. Every day. From the minute you wake up, pray. What we're reading in the book of Psalms, that's prayer. You see that, man? That's one of my favorites right there. Psalms 54. Then, of course, Psalms 51. Okay? Matter of fact, Elder Yashimama, can you get Psalms 51? Just read a few verses in that. These are all prayers. And David was playing that harp, that string, right? And that's the Lord's favorite instrument, man. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai's favorite instrument, you know?
Right. Psalms chapter 51 and 1. Have mercy upon me, O Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, according to thy love kindness, according to the multitudes of thy tender mercies, blot out my transgressions.
So that's what you do. You wake up in the morning, that's what you do. You send up them prayers in your head, man. Like, bro, I've been pushing. Back in the 90s, I used to send this up. Another brother back then put me onto this. And I used to send this up every day. And I got to get back into it. Actually getting on my knees and facing the east and putting this up. And you know what, brothers? Let's get into that, too. Fuck that, man. When we send up our prayers in our home, find out which direction the east is. Get on your knees and send up your prayers face down. You know what I mean? Go ahead, brother.
Wash me thoroughly from mine iniquity and cleanse me from my sin.
We're all sinners, man. We are unworthy. We are unworthy. We're really unworthy. So the little hell that we catching and the thing we're going through, we deserve it.
Yeah.
We deserve every last drop of everything we getting right now, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we getting our little bitchy. I'm tired of this shit, man. I'm going to... Man, nigga, you deserve it.
Yep.
Starting with myself. Go ahead, brother.
For I acknowledge my transgression.
See, you got to acknowledge it. Mm-hmm. But these other guys, the GMS, we worse than Esau. So they're righteous. Go ahead, brother.
And my sin is ever before me. Against thee only have I sinned and done this evil in thy sight, that thou mightest be justified when thou speakest and be clear when thou judgest.
See that? We go out here teaching. That's why we got to pray for forgiveness every day. Because here it is, we're going to go out there to the camp and you're going to do a video and we rebuking somebody and we talking about, but then we wicked as goddamn hell.
Man.
We got to, for the Lord to deal with us, man, we got to come to this level right here. See, go ahead, brother.
Right. It says, let's see. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me.
Now stop right there. See, remember Yahweh Shai talked about a wicked and adulterous generation seeking after a sign? A wicked and adulterous. All of us were conceived in sin. And back then, that was written in the ancient world. And that wasn't happening as prevalent as it is now with us. All of us, okay, I'll put it to you like this. I'm going to start with myself. I can relate to that. That's why when I read that scripture years ago, I was like, wow. Listen, man, brother, I'm a child of adultery, basically. I'm a child of fucking adultery. You know what I mean? So that's me. And a lot of other people, other Israelites. Because my father and mother came together really based upon adultery. I'm a straight up child of fucking adultery. Like my mother was married to another man, and my father came along and he hooked up with my mother while she was still with this other guy. Yeah, I didn't find this shit out till this recent years. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. See what I'm saying? So it's like, wow, that fucks with your psyche. It fuck with you, man. It do it like, damn, how could I be right? How could I be man in the Lord?
Damn.
But then you got the scripture. This is what the scripture's in play for.
Yep. Solomon too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Solomon.
Yep.
See?
Well, that's why that's this prayer, David. We need the mercies of David, you know, because technically we should all be cut off. You know?
We shouldn't be worthy.
We shouldn't be worthy. And David, his sins, this is after he was rebuked by Nathan.
Mm-hmm.
This prayer was pretty much recorded right after he was rebuked. So
now you see one, but that's my favorite. That's why it's Psalms 51, because I can relate to that shit. I can relate to it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, wow, man. Like, damn. So like, how the fuck? You know, how could the Lord be dealing with me? You know what I mean? So that, and I was shaping in iniquity. So a lot of us were born, or even if it wasn't outright adultery, if your mother was with whoever the man was that took her virginity, that's her real husband. you know, in this society we live in, these women, they be with a guy, then they break up, then they get with another guy, then they get with another guy, then they get with another guy. You know these women.
Adulterous generation.
Adulterous generation. We're all adulterers in this fucking room.
We need Yahweh Shai.
We need Yahweh Shai, because ain't no way in the world. Because like I said, I'm going to repeat my goddamn self. Ain't no fucking way. I've never had a virgin. I got close, but I never, every woman I've been with already been popped by another man. So that makes me an adulterer, technically. That's why we're under grace.
That's why you need the mercies of David, because he committed adultery.
Con.
That was one of his sins.
Con.
That he needed. That's why he was asking. He was pretty much begging for Yahweh Shai. Now, in a sense, Yahweh Shai did come through Solomon.
Con.
Which pretty much he was able to forward that kingdom for 40 years.
Con.
Through mercy through Solomon. Which ultimately our mercy comes through Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
And we're calling on our sins to be like, forgive us. We sorry. As we're going through this hell, it's like, damn. Like I hear, like, you know, I'm sorry, Lord. You know, that's how David was like. This psalm is that feeling that we're going through right now.
Yes.
Like, Lord, I'm sorry. Like, blotted. Like, get me out of this body, this situation. Have mercy on me, because I know, according to your righteousness, I shouldn't even be alive.
Come, man.
According to the technicality that you know. So we need a higher mercy, you know.
Yeah,
we need grace. That's what we have, you know. Through
so the law, but the law don't save us, right?
No.
I'm gonna sit here and tell y'all, we just gotta keep them laws, brother. Matter of fact, we're y'all fringes.
Right.
Exactly.
That's not gonna save us, man.
Right. You're not exempt. That prayer that David put up was to be covered. That's through Yahweh Shai. The law ain't gonna do that for us. The law would have put David to death.
Yep.
Because he was adultery right there. You dead.
3 times.
So the law couldn't be the exemption from judgment. The exemption from judgment is going to come through Yahweh Shai. So that right there cuts that out, because the law puts David to death. The law puts everybody in here to death.
Yeah, right.
Technically, we shouldn't even be here serving the Lord. We should be cut off. We shouldn't have no access if it was based upon the law.
Think about that shit.
Right. So
think about
David, that's why, can we get Isaiah 55, Baba Kasha? Isaiah 55 and 3.
It's the book of Isaiah chapter 55, verse 3. It says, incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live. And I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David.
So we're going to get that same mercy. If we're of that body, and that's the blessing. You know, and that's, you know, going back to this prayer.
And that was Yahweh Shai.
Yes,
Yep.
Because in Isaiah, man, in the 50s, man, Yahweh Shai, that's why Yahweh Shai said, lo, I come in the volume of the book that is written. That's why them Pharisees and them wicked ass dudes, they were lost. They were totally lost. They were totally lost. They were lost, bro. They were. You know, are the same guys back in the reincarnation today that's giving us a hard time. I'm good.
Can I back you up? It's Acts.
Yeah, I was holding that. 13?
Yeah.
Hit it.
Acts 13, 33. Yahweh hath fulfilled the same unto us, their children, and that he hath raised up Yahweh Shai again, as it is also written in the 2nd Psalm, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. And here's the point in 34. And as concerning that he was raised him up from the dead, now no more to return to corruption. He said on the wise, I will give you the sure mercies of David.
Wow. That's beautiful.
You know, so that action happened and gave us the access again.
Wow.
Right. So we have a way outside of that first covenant, which kills us. The first covenant kills us. Going back to that topic itself, now we have grace to get the mercies of David, you know, which Yahweh Shai is now building this spiritual temple. As Solomon forwarded, he built the physical temple. Yahweh Shai is building the spiritual temple.
And under grace, we don't eat pork, we don't eat abominations, we don't commit adultery. You know what I mean? Like outright, technically, to the best of our abilities. You know what I'm saying? We don't we acknowledge the Sabbath. We acknowledge the high holy days when they come. Okay, case in point, what's the highest of the high holy days? The Passover. But we're not even keeping the law when we keep the Passover, bro.
Right.
Because y'all know the scriptures. We're supposed to have a lamb.
Firstly, without blemish.
Right. With the pertinence thereof. And we're supposed to have the blood post over our doors and all that.
Man.
So, like, dude, we're not even really keeping the Passover. We're just, we're kind of pretending. Rehearsing. You see? So these guys talking about the Lord. They got so many demons on them, it's not even funny. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, unless you got the firstling and you roasted that lamb whole with the pertinence, you're supposed to eat the lamb with everything in it. And then you just cut off the pieces of it. You know what I mean? All that shit.
Nobody's supposed to leave and all that.
Yeah, like these clothes that we wearing. This shit is not this is unlawful as hell. I know this ain't no cotton t-shirt and these pants. These are mixed fabrics and all this shit we wearing. Come on, bro. We're not keeping the law. Brothers got to work on the Sabbath. Right? Remember, a family got put to death for gathering twigs and sticks on the Sabbath.
Yep.
So, we ain't keeping the law.
It's impossible.
And then furthermore, I'm going to go back to the thing with the woman. The women that most of us are dealing with have already been with other men. So that makes us technically adulterous.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're going behind another man. Unless the woman was a virgin when you got with her. And I know goddamn well that's not true. Right? Am I right or wrong?
Right.
Yep. That's why Yahweh Shai freed us from the curse of the technicality.
Right.
So we can serve him freely.
Con. Because that was the only way that we would be able to make it. Yahweh Shai. And Yahweh Shai was trying to tell these idiots back then, 2000, he said, I will destroy this temple and put him to death. He said he was going to destroy the temple and build it back up. Them wicked Pharisees, man, them niggas are wicked, man. But that's why the Bible also says what? Deliver us from wicked and unreasonable men. So y'all see it manifested, man. If you brothers don't believe this is the truth, look at what we going through now. Look at these niggas that's coming against us now. It's the same guys. That's why I quoted Ecclesiastes 1:9. The same niggas. No matter what we say or what, never, I hate to say it. Hey, y'all just not right now. He wearing a cross. What's that he wearing?
Right.
Oh, shit. This brother, he got all these necklaces on. This is idol worship. It's the same shit.
That's right.
It's the like, every little thing. Yo, like sick in the head motherfuckers. Yahweh Shai. Your disciples are picking corn on the Sabbath.
Nitpicking.
Remember? That's them same guys. And Yahweh Shai said what? If your ox be in the ditch, would you not pull it out?
Right.
If that's your way to feel, even if it's the Sabbath, you're going to let the ox drown?
Come on, man.
Right?
Yeah, God.
So, like the elder Yahshua, what am I saying? The Lord Yahweh Shai had to make a way above that. We couldn't be slaves to the law.
That's right.
Because then we wouldn't make it. Because the Lord knew, remember the scripture said there shall come a falling away first. You know? So you got to be more spiritual, man. You got to be more spiritual. You know? We can't keep the law. We can't keep the law. We're rehearsing. But like the Apostle Paul said in Romans, do we then make void the law through faith? Lord forbid, we establish the law. So that means what? Even though we know that we're not under the law, we're under grace, so we're just going to say, well, fuck it, brother, let's just get some shrimp.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, bro, let's go to the Red Lobster and just order a big basket of popcorn shrimp. With some french fries and shit. Smother that shit in tartar sauce and ketchup. We ain't under the law. Right? And let's get down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? No, we ain't gonna do that. That would be outright wicked.
Right.
So then in that case, I could say, well, hey, brother, I'm just gonna go pop your woman. We ain't under the law.
Oh man.
Right? Number one ball we talking about it earlier. Ain't no fun.
Yeah.
If the homies can't have none. Right?
Wicked.
Right?
That's wicked as hell.
That's wicked as hell, right? So no, but that's cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? If we ain't under the law, right? No, we ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, right.
We gonna still be gonna still.
That's willful sin right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Look ahead, brothers. Go ahead.
That was it. What was y'all going into?
Daniel, pretty much the Roman, the piercing the Habashah, beast system.
Let's get back into that.
Con. Okay, we could jump back to Daniel 7 if you still have that held. And then we can hold Isaiah 26, last few verses.
Okay, this is back in Daniel 7. I'll read verse 7 again.
And we were going into how this fourth beast is still in effect today as the Roman Empire. America is an extension of the Roman Empire. Go ahead.
It says, after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it.
That's right. It had its influence over the whole world around that time. Go ahead.
It was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns.
Right. And Tazama went into it earlier, brothers went into it earlier, showing how it's different than everything else. And it mentions 10 horns. Those are 10 vassals that were under the Roman Empire at that time, just as you have those 10 horns in effect today as NATO and the EU. All right, now back then, you had those 10 horns.
UN Council's a part of that shit too.
Come. Those 10 horns back then in Daniel 7 were the Vandals, the Ostrogoths, the Franks, the Alamanis, Visigoths, Burgundians, the Lombards, Anglo-Saxons, the Suebes, and the Hurelis. And those were pretty much clans of families, all right, that had influence around that Roman world around that time, with Rome being at the top of that. Okay, you can also go into it in Daniel, the 2nd chapter, with that statue. The fourth part of that statue, the bottom, with it being iron mixed with that clay, with the 10 toes. Those are those 10 toes as well. Okay, that's what that's going into.
And they all worked in interest of ancient Rome.
That's right.
So it made it a beast system. So you didn't even have to be in Rome, but you were in Rome.
Mm-hmm.
Because like America, Rome was an idea, it was a mindset.
That's right.
Well, that movie Gladiator show you that.
Right. And these different nations, they pretty much put their influence. They had their kind of like their own thing going on, but their energy and they put their power towards the beast system. Mm-hmm. And that's what like the EU does. You know what I'm saying? Like America is able to pass its policies through riding the whole rise the beast.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're able to get a lot of shit done that they want through those other nations join unto them. So those vassals, make it like a beast system, which is reborn today as he's going into through America, NATO, EU, all of those nations. And if you look at the EU, it's basically those ancient Roman Empire nations really just being reborn back into it's the same thing. The only thing that's added now is Babylon and Canada.
Right.
And a few other little nations join, It's the same, it's back again,
That's right. Con, just a quick precept real quick before you continue that. And this right here is in Revelation, the 12th chapter, which was written way after Daniel 7 was even written. Okay, this is roughly around 650 years after Daniel received his prophecy. It was going to be read right here in Revelation 12. All right, so this is Revelation 12. And, I'll just start from the top and just read down quick and break it down. It says, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown with 12 stars. This woman representing Israel. All right, the crown is 12 stars. Represents the 12 tribes.
Right.
All right. The son of the moon ultimately just represents wisdom or the understanding being in Israel. All right. It says
that's the elect. That the understanding is only for the elect.
That's right. Apostle. That's right. Verse 2. And she being with child cried, travailing with birth, in pain to be delivered. And there appeared another wonder in heaven, and her being with child is going into the coming of Yahweh Shai ultimately. When you read this here, this is going into the Israelites being subject under the Romans around the time of Yahweh Shai, which really technically started around the last days. That's really when the last days started technically. And that's when the fourth beast was, ironically, the last beast. When you continue, it says, and there appeared another wonder in heaven, and behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head. The same thing that Daniel had documented in the vision that he received in Daniel 7.
But notice it says red.
That's right. That's right, exactly.
Now, and that's going to be tied to Herod, which the Romans, the red dragon, that's Esau. Because Esau, it's not Japhet.
Exactly.
Esau runs the fourth beast. And he's the revival of it. Esau is the end of the world. Esau runs this beast. That's why it specifically, because in the next chapter it goes into the beast and how it's going to bring the mark. That red beast is that same beast.
Yep.
It's Esau.
That's right.
You know?
Yep. That's right. Con, you mentioned Herod. Well, when Herod got his position over that realm of Judea, he had to get that because he was granted that from General Pompey, who was a Roman general. So that's even how he received that region, our region. He received that as a gift through General Pompey. You know, so again, like you said, Zaquan, it still ties into all them being Rome anyway. They're all Edomites.
Right. The mystery of iniquity that already worked. Back then, it was the Amalekites of that time. That's right. Now you have the same thing going on in our time.
That's right. And we started this lesson off in Romans 1. I'm sorry, not Romans, excuse me. Revelation 1, going into Yahweh Shai coming with clouds and coming to them that pierced him. And this them is going into this serpent, this beast that we're reading about right here. 7 heads, 10 horns, Esau, Edom at the end of the day. You know? That's right. That's who Yahweh Shai is going to come in and destroy. This system that we see here right now. You know? Now, that was it on that. We can jump back to that we left off at Daniel 7.
God, this is back in Daniel 7 and 8.
Anybody got that Isaiah 26? Okay, con.
It says, I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them a little horn, before whom there were 3 of the first horns plucked up by the roots.
Right, now you got these 3 horns that I mentioned, and then this little horn coming out of those 3. All right, now this is that period of time. The Romans are, technically this is still the Roman Empire, but when you go into the history, the wound had to be that deadly wound that took place and such. So the Romans fell at a point of time, but you still had empire set in play that was following the influence of Rome. And you had these horns right here. You had Britain, okay? You had France, and you had...
You got to do it in order.
Okay.
The Spanish, the French, the British, and out of the British came America. But you can't say the British first, because that'll throw things off.
You're right.
A British came out of America. So the Spanish, and all of these empires carried the vibration of Rome. All of this stems from the Renaissance. So it's the fourth beast being rebirthed, and this is the final part of it, which is where we are now, Babylon the Great, which is now the NATO, the EU tied to it. The beasts, they're back. The Renaissance period led to where we are, but those 3 horns, the Spanish, the French, the Revolutionary War.
That's right.
Okay, which America's independence is in Daniel. See?
Yeah, you're right. That's right.
So,
Yeah, no, that order is very important. You're right. So you're just saying it, but it's important that it is in order. Because America came directly out of British.
Yep, that's right. Eustace Mullins, y'all familiar with him? He's one of them Edomite scholars. He said America's nothing but a colony of England.
That's it.
That's it. It's still a colony of England. Power seats in England, that's where the Rothschilds live. In Britain.
That's right.
That's it.
Yep.
Straight up.
If I can just add a quick point to that as well, like when you got like New Jersey, New Hampshire, New England,
New York.
The reason why it says new because you have somewhere you got York, and then you have Hampshire, you have England. It's just it's just an extension of already something that's already in Europe.
And it's all Rome.
Yep,
that's right.
And then they have that disdain for the foreigners. You know what I'm saying? When they go, when New Yorkers go back to York, the Yorkers look at them funny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the same concept.
That's
That's right. Even in history, when you look at like the 8th century, from the 6th all the way to the 11th century A.D., like even Revelation, the 13th chapter, touches up on how, you know, this beast worshipped the beast prior. But I'm using back then as an example. There's movies and shows that you can watch. A lot of those Viking shows or a lot of those Anglo-Saxons who were at the PowerPoint at that time will pay heavy homage to Rome. You know, there's even a game, a little bit of a gamer here, Assassin's Creed. You have the latest edition that was called, what was it called? Valhalla. There's a scene that's there where they're looking at ancient Roman civilization, and they're like, the Romans, and they had this whole prelude, not prelude, but just talk going into that. So that brought those examples out to really show you the imprint that the Romans had even to these kingdoms that we're going into, which is what Daniel prophesied about, or what he received in his vision. Okay, so brothers went into those 3 horns, and then the little horn that came out, that little horn is America. And this is all still talking about that 4th beast, which is the Roman Empire. All right, America is nothing but more than just revitalized, along with the allies that's with it pretty much. Because when Yahushua comes back, he's going to come back and visit Esau, Edom, with Babylon being at the forefront. They that pierced them. Exactly. And we can end it off in this Isaiah 26.
I got a sacrifice in Bosworth. That's what he said, you know.
Con.
2nd Ezra 11 and 39. Are not thou it that remainest of the fourth beast, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them?
Boom. The water I actually had that written. The water, I forgot to have that one brought out. That's beautiful. Because again, as we said earlier, that 2nd Ezra 11 is going into this period of time that's called Pax Romana. All right, and they was going to have their influence, and the end didn't come directly through that time period, of course, and that's something that has to get stressed too with 2nd Ezra 11 chapter. But they were going to have that influence, and as the elder went into, that vibration was still going to be here toward the end. All right, Apostle Rakah, you said it a second ago. Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, the thing that had been is that which shall be. So they were going to have that very time at the end. All right. Did you have more on that, Bon Supply?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. If I get a quick precept for you.
Come on, Baba Kishore.
Luke chapter 17, verse 29 and 30. It says, but the same day that Lot went out of Sodom, it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all. Even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed, proving that Yahweh Shah is going to return to a kingdom that's going to be ran in sodomy.
Exactly.
You know, and then when you read in Revelation 11, it says that what? It says that their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually Sodom in Egypt.
That's right.
Letting you know when Yahweh Shah returns what kind of energy as well is going to be in the planet Earth.
Right. Well,
Look at it now.
Where did the Greeks and the Romans get their gods?
Egypt.
Babylon. Egypt. Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly. Don, beautiful points. Don, we get that in Isaiah 26, starting like the last 4 verses, and we're going to read into chapter 27.
Okay. This is Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 18.
One thing to remember back then for you newer listeners, y'all probably already know this, but just to put it out, when these scriptures were written, they were on scrolls, which were not divided in chapters. You know, so there's certain chapters you can read where it segues right into the following chapter because they weren't divided like that. They were divided like that to help us out here in these last days to be able to document and go where to and from. You know, just wanted to put that out there too for you newer listeners. All right, go ahead, Anna.
Isaiah 26 and 18. We have been with child, we have been in pain, we have, as it were, brought forth wind. We have not wrought any deliverance in the earth, neither have the inhabitants of the world fallen.
But I'm sorry.
That's right.
But they say that I'm saved.
Exactly.
No, you ain't.
Yeah, right.
You mind if I actually start off one verse, bro?
Yeah, go ahead.
And then I'll,
What's the last chapter? What's the last verse that's there? Not with the number of it.
21.
21. Okay.
Yeah. Because I was reading up too. Isaiah 26 and 17. It says, like as a woman with child that draweth near the time.
Look, you're in Isaiah 27.
He's in 26.
26.
Yeah, 27.
Oh, okay. Salaki.
You want 20? Okay.
You got it, brother.
All right. Isaiah 26 and 17. Like as a woman with child that draweth near the time of her delivery is in pain and crieth out in her pangs, so have we been in thy sight, O Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. Which is the whole sentiment that we're going into, us crying out to Yahweh Bashim Yahshai for deliverance.
That's right. Hey, real quick, you read it in Matthew 11. It says from the days of John the Baptist even until now. That still applies to right now. That fourth beast is still in play. The kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. Who was that violent? Esau. You know, just as they were the Roman Empire back then, Herod and them back then, that energy is still here today with the same people.
And you gotta take it back to Cain.
Yeah.
That's the energy of Cain. That was the first blessing of the sword.
That's right.
He himself is weapon, possession. That was the Most High's weapon for the story, you know? That spirit and that energy returned in the earth after the flood through Esau,
straight up,
who was blessed with the sword. And this is his sacrifice all over again. He's getting ready to get rejected.
Right.
You know, it's Cain. This is him, bro. This nigga back.
Wanting to slay his brother.
Right, and that piercing serpent.
That's it.
That's why we all fucked up. That's why
Cain
all
was
fucked up.
Yep. Cain was he had this. He was the piercing. He was the sword.
That's
He had
right.
the sword.
And Esau wanted to kill Jacob.
The same thing.
Remember, Esau was pursuing Jacob to slay him because of the birthright.
Right.
But Esau don't understand something. Look at everything we're going into now. Even though Jacob took the birthright, but the blessing came to Esau, got the weapons, he got the fatness of the earth.
Right.
They got it even right now as we speak. Look at us, man. Look at how we living. Look at the rest, even the 2/3. Look at Israel. Yeah, you got a few handful of niggas, like a few assorted nuts that are doing okay, but they had to sell their soul.
They're miserable.
You know, your Floyd Mayweathers, your fucking Denzel Washingtons, Samuel L. Jacksons, whoever, so like, they're doing okay in this society. Your Jay-Z's and all these dudes, right? But they doing okay, but they had to sell out. We know that them niggas had to drink blood, get popped up their ass, and do all kind of abominable things to get their little blessing. But Esau is ruling, man.
Yep.
Look at the nigga woman. The so-called black woman don't respect no man of color. Whether you like, hey dude, whether you a Judite or not, if you're just a man of color, you could be from any of the tribes. A black woman don't respect any man that's colored.
Right. This is the hub of the curse.
That's it.
This is the hub. Babylon was the hub of the curse for the Israelite man.
That's right.
This place, this
That's
is
right.
it. And can I get this precept?
Yo, please.
This is Daniel 7:25. Speaking of that horn, it says, and he shall speak great words against the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Wear out the saints. That's everything you're going into. This, we feeling it now.
Yashawamba, Elder Yashawamba, man. Tell these brothers, like, what you bringing out. This morning, and like for the past, since I've been out here in Texas with you, this is every time me and you get together.
Right.
No, I want you to project this to the rest of these brothers.
Right.
Our conversations. Like every time we're together, what do we talk about?
Catching hell.
What you talking about right now?
Right. We wore out like this. This gotta be the fulfillment of that. This gotta be the end, because it's like we ain't gonna make it if I don't see myself I'll pass out. I don't think if the Lord don't stop this devil, like every day the chemtrail, the plane never fucking crash. The plane always spraying shit.
Other planes will crash, but that
motherfucker will never crash, bro.
Nope.
We're worn and that shit. I'm starting to feel that shit weighing on us. This system is an assault against the saints.
Yeah, that's right.
It's trying to pierce you like
our children too.
Yeah.
You brothers that got children, you're looking at your children, you noticing that your children, they sick all the time.
They got demons on them.
They got demons on them, they sickly. There's always something going on with your children. Yo, are you gonna tell me that you're not supposed to hate Esau? You know?
Exactly. It's a boy, yeah. Right.
I tell you, man, I pray for you brothers, man.
Right.
I pray for you brothers, all you brothers in here that got children. I really do, man. Because I got love for all you brothers, man, and I know you brothers love your families. I pray for y'all, man, because I really do, man. Like, I pray the Lord, man, I be praying for the Lord to increase you brothers' spirit and make y'all ready to deal with whatever comes down the pike, man. For real, man. Seriously. especially you brothers that have families and children. The woman, I ain't worried about the woman. Now, y'all know how I go with the woman thing. Like, I'm going to keep it real. I don't give two shits about y'all woman. Because you brothers that got y'all so-called wives or your women, like, Lord forgive me, brothers, fuck them. Because these women, bro, this is another thing I'm telling y'all. Man, the hell with that woman thing, man. Like, I love you, I love you, I love you, I never leave you. I done heard that shit 1,000 times over, homeboy. And I'm sitting here talking to you brothers as Apostle Rakab, a brother that's been in this truth and experience. And I'm also talking to y'all as just like an older homie. You know? Real talk. I'm talking to y'all as Apostle Rakab. I'm talking to y'all on every level as far as us being Israelite men, like, for real. Apostle Rakab, Elder Rakab, but I'm also talking to y'all like, yo, y'all been homie. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like, yo, y'all my homies, y'all my little homies, like a nigga that been around and like, yo, nigga, look, I'm trying to put you on, little homie. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm talking to y'all on every level as a man to another man. Fuck that shit, bro. And this is going back to junior high school, to high school, to these women ain't shit. And y'all done heard us say this, right? I love you. I love you.
I can't get stressed enough.
Oh, you know, you with a woman for that moment, bro. You know, you giving it to her real good. You laying her out. Women go by the moment. You giving her that good D for the minute. Don't. Oh my God, you make me feel so good. Oh, I love you. I'll never leave you. I'll never leave you. I will never leave you. Yeah. Yo, dude. Hey, like Public Enemy said, don't believe the hype. Because guess what? I don't care how good you put in the D, you could be hitting like Mr. Marcus and fucking, what's the other nigga? I forget that nigga name every time. Lex Steel. Okay, bro, trust me, I'm telling y'all the truth. Cause I've been there, I lived it, I've been there, done that. I was young once, you know? Back when I was 19, 20, even in my 30s, man, even in my 40s, I was like Lex Steel and Mr. Marcus put together. Hey, you know what I mean? We're gonna finish finish that out. Yeah. But it don't mean nothing.
Let's just finish. We're gonna just finish
that out.
God. Isaiah 26 and verse 18. We have been with child. We have been in pain. We have, as it were, brought forth wind. We have not wrought any deliverance in the earth. Neither have the inhabitants of the world fallen. And one thing I got from that was that when it said we have been with child and we have been in pain, all the labors, it remind me of Haggai chapter 1, all the labors that we put in, basically, you know, you could try to go hard in the world, try to be successful, but there's only so far that the Lord's gonna let you go, especially being in this truth. You know what I'm saying? So like, as it were, brought forth wind, meaning like you pregnant, but it's like you having the baby, but nothing comes out.
Like it's in vain. Your labors are in vain.
Yeah,
it's in vain.
You know,
in this world.
Exactly. Yeah.
Can't win the curses.
Yeah, because Jake did everything. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Jake, affirmative action, everything. But Jake still haven't gone nowhere. Like you got Negroes that are multimillionaires and famous. You got your Eddie Murphys and you know, Barack Obamas. But Jake is still looked at as being nothing.
Yep.
Because you can't escape the curses.
Verse 19, it says, thy dead men shall live, together with my dead body shall they arise. Awake and sing, ye that dwell in the dust.
And that's talking about us too.
Hey, Ezekiel. The valley of the dry bones. Because remember, Ezekiel looked, he said, can these bones live? Because Jake is so under the curse and so gone. So Ezekiel asked the angel, damn,
Can they live?
can they live? Like, is there a way back from this? Because that's how low we are, bro. Like, y'all don't understand. We are in a low state. Like, every man in this room, I know y'all believe that we Israelites. Because you wouldn't be here. But, bro, we bad. We gonna... If Yahweh Shai don't come, man, then we got no hope. Like, if there's no Yahweh Shai, there's no hope. You ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? That was what I now was going into. There's no hope. Bro, like if I knew Yahweh Shai, like if Yahweh Shai wasn't coming, I'd take this motherfucking side arm and put it to my head. Because I don't want to live in this fucking kingdom. I wouldn't want to see another 10 years in this place. I couldn't conceive that.
3 years.
Shit, next year.
We wore this fourth beast really wore out the saints, bro. And it's trying to pierce all the way.
Brother, we sickly now, man. Brothers, right now. Me and this elder, I'm just like, bro, I'm just getting over some shit. Like,
I can't get over it.
I'm like, yo, infirmities every fucking week.
Yep.
You wonder what's next. Every morning you wake up, you like, okay, what's gonna happen now? How I'ma feel today? You know what I mean? Why would you want to stay here? Why would you want to stay here? We gotta get out of here, man. I'm tired of the fucking Romans ruling. You know? I'm tired of this shit. Esau. And Esau, he had his time to rule. That nigga bitter.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right. Yeah.
Esau is bitter. He don't want to give up the throne, man. He don't want to give that shit up.
Nah, he ain't gonna give it up easily.
He gonna fight, even though he gonna get washed up.
Right.
That's why Yahweh Shai gonna wash him, boy. Second Ezra's.
13.
How'd you know?
I just think about.
How'd you know?
That's the only one that comes to mind.
Okay.
When it comes to the second Ezra.
Okay, beautiful. That's the spirit. See, I put you in the spirit, man.
I'm going to continue on in Isaiah 26, in the middle of verse 19. It says, "Awake and sing, ye that dwell in the dust, for thy dew is as the dew of earth."
Stop. Who dwells in the dust?
That's down in the
Really
truth.
twofold.
Yeah.
I know that's us at a point in time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But we were rising up out of the dust.
Yeah.
You take the down.
That's why I quoted Ezekiel.
Ezekiel 30. Yeah.
Con. Right?
We're going into those new bodies. The first body was earthly. The first man was earthly. The second man is spiritual. You know.
Con.
This is gonna happen physically too. Like people gonna literally raise.
Man.
That's right.
As well, but go ahead.
Now I was gonna just even quote Isaiah 52. It says, "Arise from the dust and put on thy beautiful garments."
That's right.
You know that precept comes.
The beautiful garments is talking about the knowledge.
Yep.
See, now I know back in the days in One West, they used to break. Yeah, see, brothers talking about the garments. Talking about these garments. They ain't talking about no fucking actual garments. Talking about the knowledge. But back in One West, dudes, you know, back then,
The spirit.
see, brothers. That's why we're wearing these garments. You know? You talking about that, man. And that's talking about the elect. The garments is talking about the elect.
It's knowledge, yeah.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Con.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Continuing on in verse 19, it says, "For thy dew is as the dew of herbs, and the earth shall cast out the dead. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers."
Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers. That's going into deliverance. You know?
What chambers? What's the chambers?
Yeah,
Chariots.
Yeah, Revelation 18 goes into that as well. Come out of her, my people. You know, but come enter thou into thy chambers. That's the elect getting beamed and delivered into the chariots. Okay?
Marriage.
The marriage. That's right.
Okay.
Continuing on, it says, "And shut thy doors about thee."
Just like the doors of the ark was
Yeah, I
shut.
was just thinking about that.
Just like when they go into Noah's ark, the spirit of the Lord shut the doors. That way no person can enter.
So it ain't no foul spirit
Yep.
going into the chambers, man.
Right.
Ain't no foul spirit going into. So if you're a goddamn fucking homosexual, you ain't coming into the chambers, man. If you're a lesbian, you ain't coming into the chambers, man. If you just a grimy ass nigga, you ain't coming in the chambers.
Yeah, that's
man.
right. That's right.
The Lord ain't gonna deliver no sodomite into the chariot, man. But I just feel that that's what I want to do. With some poom poom, with some Daisy Duke poom poom shorts on. You think you gonna go somewhere, man?
You gonna go somewhere and wrap up in that fucking fire.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't going nowhere, man. You gonna burn.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you don't believe in the name of Yahweh Shai, you definitely ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And Yahweh. Okay? Christ. Anybody talking about Christ? Christ. You ain't going nowhere, man. You see what I'm saying? You're going down with the Titanic. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Continue on in the middle of verse 20 in Isaiah 26. It says, hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed.
And what's the indignation going into? The nukes.
Yep.
The judgment the Lord is going to bring.
Nuclear destruction. World War III, Judgment Day.
That's right. That's right. That's what it says. Hide thyself, and hiding thyself again is the Lord delivering the elect into the chariots, passing through the fire, and being up there. And then it's going to come to that point, as it's written of in Revelation 21, where John the Apostle said, I saw New Jerusalem coming down from heaven as a bride adorned for her husband.
Hey, like I said in Corinthians, it says in a little moment we're going to
That's
change
right.
too.
That's right.
Because our body's going to have to be changed to
Yeah, brother.
into
These
those
bodies
chariots
are
too.
defiled. These bodies,
That's
these bodies ain't going nowhere. The only thing leaving here is our spirits.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something for people that can't fathom that.
Right.
Brother, these bodies ain't going.
Nope.
We're sitting here right now talking to each other. These bodies are not leaving here.
Right.
These bodies wouldn't be able to contain the. Come on, man, we would die. So the Lord, only thing, our spirits are actually leaving. Our spirits are going to be delivered out of here. You know, into new bodies. And I can't wait for that new body.
Man.
I can't wait for that new body, man.
Shit, me too.
I really can't wait, man. It's like to have a new body.
Yep. We here for that little moment. That process gonna be high. You know.
Yep. It makes me think that little moment where we had the where during the time of the Passover, you know, Yahweh Shai's blood had to be on a doorpost for a moment while that death angel passed through.
Man, I was
It was
thinking
a
about
little
that
moment
too.
that we had to be in in the house, and if that blood was on our doorpost, it was good.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Is the last verse in chapter 26, verse 21. It says, for behold, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity.
The great judgment. We started the lesson off in Revelation 1. He cometh with clouds, and he's going to come even to they that pierced him. That's why I wanted to start off there, because that's going into exactly what the brother's reading right now. Okay? In the midst of that, the elect are going to be delivered up, and then come back down afterwards as well. Yeah. Go ahead.
So this is Rome. Going back into the whole Roman and Greece. When what was the old saying? When in Rome, do as the Romans. And Israel, the 2/3 of Israel are totally in that mentality right now. That's why lately, and you know, because it's the spirit. That's why, like, I'm just adamant on this sodomite foul, because most jakes are into that.
Right.
And I see it with my own eyes.
Hardcore.
And it's like, God damn, you motherfuckers, man. Like, you dudes, where's your manhood? Like, y'all with that, like, y'all with this, man? You know, you be looking at Jake, you know, and you be like, yo, you dudes are with this, man? Like, you dudes like, yo, where's your manhood, man?
Right.
You with this homo shit, bro? For real? You know? But you know what that goes back to? Big Shirley and Big Keisha, Keisha and Shirley and them.
Yep.
The nigga woman, they totally with the Rome.
Oh yeah.
They're with it. So that this newer generation, they're predominantly sodomites.
Yep.
Because Keisha and Big Shirley and them, they promote that.
The importance of the remnant.
Yeah.
If we didn't have that remnant, we would be like into Sodom and
Con.
What you about to say?
Because the nigga woman, she's a safe haven for the mobs.
She's a fag hand.
Yeah. So you look at like all the movies they put out when she in the salon and
That's
you got
my best
the
friend.
homo hairdresser. She's the safe haven for guys under that vibration.
Well, it was one black woman that told fucking Kevin Samuels straight up. She straight up told Kevin Samuels on the show, yeah, because he was getting on the gay, saying, you black woman, you don't know why a lot of these young men are feminine and it's gay, and but y'all complain about you ain't got no man because all the men are gay, all the black men are gay. And one bitch, I don't remember, it was one of them, she actually admitted it. Yeah, we do love the gays. We do support them because they're the only men that show us love. She asked, I swear to God, like, I don't remember which one. You know, I watch so many of his shows. Yeah. She actually, and then he said, you hear this? Yeah. He said, you hear this shit? You can't make this up, people. Did you hear what she just said? Basically, she straight up admitted, yeah, us black women, we love and support the gay black men because they placate to us.
Especially the bisexual ones.
Yeah.
They be letting them pop. I mean,
she straight up said it. She admitted it. Yeah, we support that. And then he said, see, now these are the women that are raising these young boys. You know? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So these fucking black women, they're the ones, it's them. That's why the majority of these new young GMO niggas are gay. Because if their son come to them and say, Mommy, I think I like boys. You think she gonna beat them and correct them? No, she gonna, well, you know, that's okay, baby. She gonna agree. Whatever you like, explore those feelings. But then that same fucking nappy head bitch gonna turn around, well, I can't find a man. All these men are gay, but you made them that way. So they want the best of both worlds.
Exactly.
You want a man, but then you endorse that shit. But then when you can't, because they're nasty, stinking, nappy-headed asses, you know, they get that little inch between their legs. They want some rod. But ain't nobody trying to give it to them because they're all gay. Well, who created that?
Yeah.
That's why this Rome got to be destroyed, bro. Right. It's time for Rome to go down. Look, we read in the scriptures. They had their time. They had their time. Now it's over.
Yep.
It's over with now. It's time for Yahweh's kingdom to come, man. It's time for Yahweh's kingdom to come, bro. Ain't y'all ready for that?
If I want to have to chime on that.
That's our kingdom.
You're right.
Remember Yahweh said, this is not my world. If this was my world, my servants would fight for me, right? You know? This ain't our world, bro. This is not, we got nothing here. Me and Wamba was talking last night again about this. There's nothing left. America's not cool no more. It's not fun no more. Yeah, brothers. I grew up, when I was growing up in the late 70s and the 80s, at that time, hey, Wamba, America was still kind of cool back then. It was still a little cute. In the 80s, America was still kind of fun back then. It ain't fun no more, bro. It ain't no more fun. It's time to go home.
Right. Let's just finish off these last few verses.
Yeah, let's get it done.
Yeah, Isaiah 26 and verse 21, in the middle of the verse it says, the earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain.
Going to destruction, you know, but you can segue into chapter 27.
Verse 27, chapter 27, verse 1, in that day Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai with his sword and great and strong sword shall punish Leviathan, the piercing serpent.
Right there, the piercing serpent. He shall come to those, even they that pierced him. All right, now we just went into it in Revelation 12, Daniel 7, and even Revelation 13 goes into the modified beast right now, the reincarnated Roman Empire. But at the end of the day, Yahushua is going to come and punish that. You know, he's gonna come and punish Rome at the end of the day. Right. You know, go ahead.
Kind of says,
can I get that word piercing for you real quick? That word piercing is barach, and it says fleeing or fugitive. We know we know what it is. No, go ahead. No, you got it. Go ahead.
All I was gonna say is Cain.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. Cain, Esau. So that's how you know what that piercing serpent is.
Right. And you also have the root of that. You said, what was the word again for piercing?
That root word is, that word in the Hebrew is barach.
Right.
And then the root word, it says barach, which says to go through, flee, run away, drive away, you know.
And even the root of that word in the Hebrew is pronounced bara, which means literally to cut. That's exactly what that means.
You know what it's gonna be like, brother? To not have to like blowing my nose, sneezing no more,
man,
coughing.
Yeah, straight up.
You know what? The Lord gonna have to. That's why in Ezekiel, I will take away the stony heart, give you the heart of flesh. The Lord gonna have to give us a whole new spirit to even deal with the kingdom.
Yeah.
Cause like, bro, right now, if the Lord just thrust me into the kingdom, I wouldn't even know what it was like not to cough no more, not to have a stuffy nose no more. Not to have, hey brother, can you even imagine? None of us in this room could even imagine that. Imagine Yeshua, but like at this moment, you don't sneeze no more.
It's hard to imagine.
You don't cough no more. Could you even imagine that in the brain you in now? You couldn't even imagine that shit, right?
Eyes have not seen.
Minds
have not.
What the Lord had prepared for them which love Him, and that's talking about the elect. But finish that off, brother.
Isaiah 27 in the middle of verse 1. Even Leviathan, that crooked serpent, and he shall slay the dragon that is in the sea.
There you go. So I slay the dragon that is in the sea. All right. Going into Babylon and his counterparts, his allies and such.
The crooked serpent.
That's right.
Because Leviathan, there's a righteous Leviathan, like the actual, Godzilla, what the white man called. The Lord going to use him for the destruction too. But he said the crooked serpent. Esau is the crooked Leviathan. That's him. Yeah. That's not talking about the actual Leviathan under the ocean.
Right. That's right. Hey, when you look at pictures of pentagrams and such on Google, you'll see the Hebrew characters and it'll say Leviathan. Which is an indicator to show you exactly who's in power right now and the energy that he's after. And we quoted it earlier when you read it in Revelation the 12th chapter. We didn't say it, we went into it earlier, but it goes into that old serpent. And we can read about that old serpent in Genesis the 3rd chapter, which was a witch that came after the energy of Satan pretty much. And that influence is still here today. And what we just read right now is going into the destruction of that. And that's ultimately what Revelation 1 and 7 is going into. How Yahweh Shai is going to come back and punish this wicked system that we see here today that's mimicked after ancient Rome. But that's pretty much all I had.
Yeah, Leviathan, he's the ruler of the sea.
Yep.
Esau is the ruler of the sea in the form of people.
That's right, brother.
Yep. When you get that word crooked in the Hebrew, it's iqualathon. But when you also get it, it goes into a constellation, going into the constellation of Draco. That's when you get that word dragon in Revelation.
That's right. On slide Tempish. Draco. Yes. Vlad Draco. Vlad the Impaler. Because Dracula, the guy we're talking about, Vlad Tepish, his father was of the order of the dragon. It was a particular, that was in Jake's back in Kosovo, Eastern Europe. And his father, the father of Vlad Tepish, he was a part, he had the ring with the dragon. Jake had them different orders during the Byzantine Empire and all that. He was a part of the order of the dragon, which was an order of knights that had vowed to fight against the Ottoman Turks, which were the Edomites that had accepted the philosophy of the Islam.
Yes.
When Muhammad and them guys was like, you know what I mean? So Vlad Dracu, that's where Dracula comes from. Dracula, Dracu, order of the dragon, because his father was a part of the order. He was a part of the order of the dragon. Dracu, dragon.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's where that comes from, like you said.
Cool.
Yeah, excuse me. So you brothers got to get into that history. Oh, and another thing too, when I said it, we have these classes, man. We're gonna start. Apostle Tahar used to do this for us back in the days too. You're just gonna start watching certain movies. That's gonna be class. Instead of having a class, we're gonna watch certain movies, man. So the next class, next week, Lord willing, we're gonna watch Spartacus, man. I'm gonna try to find it.
No, I love it. I never seen it. So.
Yeah,
The original one from the 60s or 50s with Kirk Douglas. See that history. We're gonna watch Spartacus, man.
Gun.
You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, if y'all brothers are with that. Start watching certain movies on certain days. Historical movies. Going into some of this history that we bringing out in the scriptures. And then we could bring out scriptures. You could pause and, you know what I mean? Because our brothers get edified, man. You know what I mean?
Visual aid.
Yeah,
visual aid.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, anybody, any closing points? Well, cool. All right. Well, hey, Lord willing, this is edifying. We give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing and many salutations unto you elect across the four winds of this earth.
Akyam, man. Tamyad. Yam. Aitad. Zayawam.
Khan. Hey, Shalom.
Shalom.